Alright, guys. Last we left off. On the way towards Beaton, in that general area, following a road that seems to cut through the terrain in the direction you need to be heading. I believe it is a southward kind of a thing. I'll pull up a map just for the sake of location goes. As you can see, I haven't quite updated these tokens yet, but you guys are generally right around here. These guys are right around here. And these guys are no longer on the table. Alright, so so as you make your way south, following some road that seems to cut and weave through some terrain, some wood, some tree lines, it kind of does a little bit of a slanty left. On your right-hand shoulders, you would see this wheat field, or what looks to be this very high, tall wheat field. And just over that, because you guys are raised, as you guys are riding on these carts, or on this cart in particular, you would be able to see like the rooftop of what looks to be like a farmhouse of sorts. The peculiar thing that stood out was the movement of said wheatgrass. There seems to be something kind of shambling around in there, and under further investigation, it looked to be an individual that was picking carrots and what other vegetation would have been in this wheat field amongst the wheat. A chime rings and a shout from a child saying, "Papa, Papa." Dinner time, Papa, something to that effect. Under further investigation, you come to realize that Papa is not all there. And by all there, I don't mean mentally, even though that's also a thing, but he seems to be missing pieces of his skin and face. It looks like victims of some sort of a mauled by some sort of creature. Nevertheless, instantly, Thalia jumps into action under her, what word do I want to use here? In her absolute process of right, wrong, good, and evil, engages with Papa and practically severs Papa's head off in front of said child. A lot of chaos ensues as Thalia gets into a heated discussion with the rest of the party as far as morality is concerned, and right and wrong, and perspectives on scenarios. Some perspectives as undead or undead, regardless of how it's used, versus, hey, they may be undead, but this is this kid's parents, etc., etc. Definitely a large amount. Hold on one second. Guys? Sorry about that. The noise in the background was a little bit too much for me to bear. Nevertheless, we ended that last session with the execution of the rest of the family and the subdual, the restraint, let's call it, of this child. And he was in the hands of Asher?
Yeah, Asher has him in a bear hug, and I just turned him away to where he couldn't see his little brother getting killed by Thalia.
By Thalia, absolutely. And it's with that sound of the shink of Thalia's blade, I imagine, is where we pick up. So we will start off with Thalia. As your blade cleaves through this attacking, because of the effigy that has been destroyed, I forgot to mention that, this attacking childlike zombie, as you dispatch it, what does Thalia do?
I think I said last time that she takes a deep breath and kind of, like, she's tense after that strike, and then she kind of relaxes, kind of lets her shoulders slump a little bit, and she stands up sheathes her blade, and then she walks over to investigate the what is it, like a shrine or whatever?
Yes,
With
it was
dead chicken
basically
and
like a
stuff on it.
table full of candles around, and then towards the center there seems to be, well, it was looked like a living chicken with its heart exposed, like on a dissecting tray, like a science class. But the heart
Yeah.
was still beating, and the chicken was still very much alive. And I believe it was Eustace,
Eustace,
right, that
yeah.
crushed the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. My mage hand did it.
Yeah, nobody listened to
Right.
the plan.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna look at it, see if I can understand anything about it.
Well, as you walk into the room, it'll take a couple seconds to get to there, but that's a couple of seconds that have some vital information. So as you make your way to the effigy, Asher, who's currently holding this child who's struggling with you, but you easily overpower this kid as he's struggling to just be broken free. Asher, take it away.
Fuck. I'm just gonna be trying to like get him to calm down and just saying I'm sorry, they're gone, and just trying to get him to calm down
Sure, roll me a
as best
persuasion.
I can. Natural 20 for a 22.
Wow. Hold on. I gotta roll on that one.
Sometimes I can be charismatic.
He stops banging on you and stops pushing on you enough that you feel as if he's in the process of trying to settle down. He's very much distraught. He's still very much upset, but following your direction, he just seems to not struggle as much.
I'm gonna try and just, if I can, take him outside. Just get him out of the house.
Sure. Are you keeping him in the bear hug when you do that?
Yeah, I'm still gonna kind of be holding on to him, and just kind of steering him out of the house.
All right, fantastic. As you do so, you would have to pass near or by Kane, who would be kind of not that far off from you, I'd imagine, probably in the door frame or just on the porch as you walk past Kane. Kane, you're more than welcome to add some flavor to this if you wish.
Kane has nothing to add to what the child is, to Asher or what the child's going through, because he feels that Asher's sufficiently enough handling this part of the situation.
The child would look at you as Asher kind of picks him up in a bear hug, kind of just to get him out of the house. You know, not aggressively, just enough to kind of force movement, but not in a horrible way. But this child would look at you, and it looks as if he's like looking into your soul through your eyes. His eyes glassed over, watery. Some dirty tears from his dirt on his face has been mushed around because of the liquid from his tears. So it kind of leaves these little like dirt trails on his cheek. His clothes are not clean. It doesn't seem like he's done laundry or anything like that, or bathed or any kind of hygiene at this moment. And he's just looking at you and crying. I would say more sobbing than crying.
Yeah.
He looks to his left shoulder, which is just to your right, and he would see one of his slain zombites. Because I believe the two that escaped out of the window were slain, is that right?
Yeah, Grognar cast Shatter on them and
That's right.
destroyed them at a molecular level.
Gotcha. So the disturbance in the ground would be referenced here.
Kane just kind of looks solemnly at the child, like, and it's just like, Kane is sad that this went down the way it did, he wouldn't have wanted to go down like this. But Kane is also mad at Thalia, and that probably shows through more than the sadness. So it's kind of a mixture of sadness and anger.
Understood. Absolutely. As you process that, and we'll come to Grog in a minute because I believe last he was going to head back towards the cart. So we'll come back to Grog in a hot second. Eustace, you would be within visual line of sight, I believe, of all this, if memory serves me correct.
Yep. So I'm gonna reach into my bag because I did take the 5 trinkets that were in the house that were glowing purple
The necklaces,
for
yep.
magical items, and I'm gonna hold them up. And I'm gonna say, "Who made these for you?" To the boy. They look nice.
The boy looks up at you, doesn't even acknowledge you, just turns away, not saying a word. The boy does this little, you know, that when you do a deep cry and you take a deep breath in through your mouth, you do that whole.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna examine them over, see if there's anything that can reveal some identities or whatever.
What do you mean? You gotta be more specific with that statement.
If there's like a crafter note on it, like an imprint on something with
You're
a
welcome
name.
to roll and investigate for me on that, sure.
Says surprisingly that it's made in China.
12.
Made in your mom's room. No, so with the 12, you look it over thoroughly enough. What you do seem to gather with these trinkets, and like they're little animal, right? And they're hollow on the inside. Are you proficient with Arcana? I would assume you are.
Believe so. Yes.
Roll me an Arcana check too, please.
15.
With a 15, I'm going to go ahead and say, although you can't identify the crafter, it does seem to be crude in like a ritualistic kind of manner. Like this was kind of pulled together by some, not this high class practitioner of any kind of arcane arts. But what you do identify is that it appears that these necklaces kind of have the feel and look of like these little phylacteries or these little soul stones of sorts, but they're currently devoid of soul.
Interesting. And I'm gonna just keep filling with them, and that's what I'm gonna do for the meantime.
Sure, you continue to diddle with that stuff. Grog, you just enter the high wheat as you make your way towards the cart where fucking A, what the hell is Carl's currently at. What's going through Grog's head at the moment?
A mixture of always not listening and I'm an inch away from just leaving.
Gotcha. As you make your way to the cart, Carl, who's still kind of uneasy about the situation in general, would acknowledge you. What? So what happened? I heard a bang. Is everything okay?
Well, people tend to mess with things they shouldn't mess with, and so I had to separate a child from his parents.
Oh my, that sounds terrible. Were the parents
They
okay?
were undead.
What do you mean they're undead?
Child had complete control of his parents, and then Thalia decided to execute the father just because he was an undead. Now, obviously, we didn't know at the time, but then I don't know what happened, and suddenly they all turned feral and wouldn't listen to him anymore. I assume somebody either A, hurt him, or B, broke something. Those are the only two likely options. Or whoever created the magical items given to create them decided that it was a little too long since they had some undead thralls do some damage.
Hold on, that's a lot to follow. Let me make sure I understand this. This child had control of his undead family.
Yeah, something like they had necklaces on that was controlling them. They were all mauled by some beast.
Well, then it sounds like Dahlia must have did the right thing by dispatching that evil.
Yes, if you consider everything evil, based on the same ideas people hold for the undead, you should have me killed the same way.
Oh, I don't know, but if I was ever turned into one of those abominations, I'd ask anyone willingly to put me out of my misery.
The idea of being undead is a very confusing thought. If you have thought, then you are not a true, mindless undead. You still are who you are, just a slight craving for the living. No different than anybody who craves for a cow, or some steak,
Well, definitely
or
understand
some
the
goat.
draw for a good steak or some cow. I get that, but it's not like the cows are going around eating each other or anything.
Orcs eat humans. I see no difference between me and them.
Yeah, well, this is not a question of food supply. This is not a question of the food chain. This is a question of good versus evil. This is, I mean, we can't let with evil in the world like this. No one's ever going to be safe.
Hmm, depends on your perspective on undeath. Undeath is quite a fickle thing. Many people use it to bring back loved ones. Some use it just to gain power over the dead. It all depends on the reason why you use it. Same for magic and bombs. If it used for good, they are seen as good. Used for evil, they are seen as evil.
So, and I get that. That's interesting. Let me give you a perspective here. So, are you saying that if you were trapped in a mountain with a group of 5 people, but you only had enough food to feed 3, you would be morally okay with tossing the other 2 off the mountainside for the sake of the others? Or would you rather keep them alive and everyone starve collaboratively or together?
I would offer myself as food. Quite simple as that. If they would not eat, then I would myself decide to starve and let them decide.
It's a very interesting perspective. I never considered
If
that
they are,
perspective before. It is odd, however, morally speaking, I would have to say I would agree to disagree on this one.
morality is a fickle thing. Many people cannot agree on one thing when it comes to the causality of the power. They tend to just like to put a blatant picture on it.
All I know is that the undead are responsible for countless deaths, especially recently in these regions. I just
So are the orcs.
I agree, but right now we're not dealing with the orcs, and clearly you are the prime example of not all orcs are that bad.
I don't know. I caused quite a bit of harm back when I was still with them, when I still believed in Gromush. Many
Yeah,
things that will never probably be forgiven.
and forgive me, I did overhear a good chunk of that conversation. I'm
It's
surprised.
fine.
How do you handle such guilt?
Slowly offering myself to my deity so that way, even one day in death, I may be able to protect my friends. Even if they never see me as a friend, I care for them deeply. They're the only people that have accepted me since I became who I am today. And I hope maybe many more will.
Quite a
If one day
creature.
I die, I will die for them.
Quite an interesting creature you are, I must say. Makes me hungry now that I think about it. But you didn't happen to bring back anything I could cook with, did you?
Well, besides this entire field, I don't know anything else that'd be edible in that house.
And you hear a cat meowing a little bit and purring as he kind of lifts up his thigh. It doesn't want to leave me alone.
I guess you found a good friend, just
Guess.
as Asher found him as a good partner.
It's just one
Her?
day. One day I'm sure this cat's gonna get
It's a
hungry.
he.
Who knows? Maybe the cat will be able to find you one day when you get trapped somewhere and we can't find you.
The real question of morals is when the cat becomes large enough to start stalking its own prey. Do we dispatch it for our own protection? Or do we let it possibly harm somebody else?
Could you repeat that? First part.
Do we, when the cat gets large enough to start hunting its own prey, do we let it go to protect ourselves with the risk of harming an innocent? Or do we dispatch this creature ourselves?
Neither.
I mean, he's clearly being coy with that statement, kind of reflecting back to the whole morality of the undead versus, you know, the living and whether or not action should have taken place. Like, he's kind of weaving those things together.
Don't kill my fucking cat.
Everything has a quote-unquote thought process. Anything can be taught good, wrong, evil, good, law, everything. Nothing is truly born a certain way. Just as I am probably one of many exceptions for the orcs, there are exceptions for undead, such as ghouls and vampires that still have their thoughts. If they have their thoughts, they may harm others that they don't know, but for those they care about, they'll do anything for.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Carl strokes his chin for a brief moment and kind of looks back up at you and says, "Yeah, I wish I could see it that way. I'm truly sorry, Grognar."
No problems. Everyone has a set mindset this day and age in the Holy Empire. Even in the Orc lands, in the Elven lands, the Dwarven lands, everybody hates each other. I hope one day, through knowledge and power, I can show everyone that fighting over their differences, very minor as they may be, are not worth it. By opening, my future idea is to open a great library where all can come and study. And those who tries to cause a ruckus using their race or their prestige as a reason, they shall be slewn there. King, emperor, chieftain, no matter. They will be slain in my library if they cause a ruckus. Because everyone is equal in the end of their life. We all die one day.
Interesting. Well, make me a promise. If I ever turn into one of those things, please be first in line to take my head off. And free
If I
me.
can't find a way to bring you back, I shall.
I don't know if I'd want to be brought back after that condition. But nevertheless,
Fair.
I appreciate it.
Kind of reach out my hand. It's a promise on my life, brother.
And he'll shake your hand in response. And he'll kind of chuckle to himself. Look at me, making a deal with a greenskin. No offense.
None taken. I believe Big Chief Asher, he would lose his head a little bit hearing this deal.
Well, then it'll just be our little secret.
Also, don't tell him I called him Asher.
You have my word. And as that
Give a wink.
as that conversation continues to happen in the cart, they kind of share giggles and other perspectives and thoughts and feelings on the whole shebang. We're going to take it back to Dillinger. Are you in a position to speak, Dillinger? I'm going to go with no on that. Dillinger, can you hear me? Matt, you there?
I think his headset's disconnected.
All right, then we'll pause him for a moment when we'll take it inside. So, Thalia.
Yep.
You enter the room. On the other side of the bed, there's like a nightstand. On the top of this nightstand is what looks to be a dead chicken that's been kind of slit vertically down the breast and kind of pinned open, exposing rib, muscle, and sinew. The heart seems to be no longer in this chicken as it seems to be plopped on the floor next to you. The blood on the floor is wet and new, probably from the heart kind of seeping onto the ground. The candles are like half blown out, and as like the wind from the broken window that the zombies were trying to escape from, a small breeze kind of blows into this room and smouts out the other candles.
Okay. Okay. I will leave it alone, I guess, and without looking at the kid, I'm just gonna go outside and let Asher and where's Asher right now?
I'm walking outside with the kid. I was going to take him outside to talk to him.
Yeah,
while
so
y'all were
Gotcha.
around
Okay,
the
so
house.
I'm trying to stay away from that.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just look around the house, see if there's anything else peculiar going on.
Sure. Roll me an investigate. Let's see what you find.
Not much.
You look around, and it seems to be your standard run-of-the-mill kind of farmhouse. You'll see some etchings, some drawings, some toys, probably from the kids. You know,
Are there any hatchets or spades, anything like that?
absolutely, 100%.
I think I'll go out back if I can and start digging some graves.
That's fantastic. Sure thing. As you walk past Asher and Cain, you pay the child very little to no mind as you have a shovel in your hand. Are you digging them in the front yard where the kid is, or the backyard, the side? Where? What's your plan with that?
If Asher's out front with the kid, then I'm doing it in the back.
Sure thing. The back has some stacks of wood out back, probably for fire. It also has a line with some tattered clothes on it, which seems to be blown over in the wind. There's an empty basket that kind of rocks back and forth in this gusts of wind. It's kind of dusty a little bit, patch grass. There seems to be some, droppings from animals that may have walked back here. In fact, in the distance, you would see a deer kind of eating in the field. But nevertheless, you find a place in the backyard that you think is suitable for a burial site, and you begin to throw the spade into the ground, and as it makes that sound, and you continue to dig. How many? You doing one mass grave, or are you doing independent graves?
Independent graves.
All right.
Or whatever is customary for the Holy Empire.
Independent graves sounds fair.
Okay.
Sure thing. Is there anything you wish to do before we move away from you for a minute?
Nope.
All right, Ash.
Sir.
You're up, buddy.
So, is the boy, like, he's kind of calmed down now, right, with that persuasion check I
He
did?
appears
got him...
to be following your command of calm down or relax.
Then I'm gonna take him outside, and I'm gonna sit down. On this front, there's like a front porch, right?
Yeah, and
I'm
it's got
thinking
like 2 or 3 steps to get to the porch.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down beside him. I'm gonna have him like sit down where he's sitting on the steps, and then like I'm just sitting on like the porch, because I'm imagining an open deck with like no handrails or something.
Correct.
And so I'm gonna have him sitting on the steps, and I'm sitting beside him. I've still got my arm around him, but it's like I'm, doing that like side hug thing to comfort him, but also to keep him there, And I'm gonna try and start talking to him, and just be like, I'm sorry for what happened. I know you probably hate me, but what happened here? And no, let's not start with that. That's probably too heavy all of a sudden. What's your name? My name is Asher. I almost said Josh. My name is Asher. What is your name?
He'll look at you. Give me another persuasion.
advantage since I've been nice to him?
Nope.
Rolling. I hit the button, but it's not rolling it.
The suspense is killing me.
There we go, 16.
Um,
Sorry, it wasn't responding.
he'll look at you. He'll wipe his eye and kind of bring his head up a little bit. Brand.
It's nice to meet you, Brand. It's a good, strong name.
Yeah, whatever.
I understand. Can you... What happened here, Brand? I can tell something attacked your family.
Yeah. You guys.
What was it? Before us, they were dead. You know that. They were zombies.
They were not
The
zombies.
only thing-
They were my family. They were my papa, my mama, and Scene and Dory.
I know. But they also had gashes on their necks and across their faces. They were mauled by something. What was it? Was it from that undead army that was moving through, or was it a beast?
Look,
So if it was a beast or something that attacked your family, we can go get vengeance for you. Because your family was already gone. You know that. You just wanted them to stay around you. And I get that. I have a family of my own. I have a mom and a dad and two little brother and a little sister.
yeah. Were they?
I'm out here.
Were they slain by random strangers?
We didn't slay them. Something else did, and you know that. But I can understand wanting to keep them around.
They were
I
cut
came
up.
out here.
They were cut up, but I saved them. Papa taught me these little trinkets would bring you back, and they were alive.
To you, they might have seemed like they were alive, but they weren't. I can do healing magic. And for flavor, I draw in some like the startings of like a cure wounds into my hand and then like dispel it if that's something I can do just for
Sure.
flavor.
Sure.
And this brings people back. They weren't their bodies were alive, but their spirits were gone.
They were here. I would talk to them and everything.
Would they
talk
speak
back.
to you? They would talk back? Because from what I saw, they couldn't talk much.
They would talk back.
Alright. What hurt them to make you have to try and bring them back?
It was big and gray. It was like a wolf.
Was it? Looks like a big wolf.
Except it walked on two legs.
Would Asher know about werewolves?
I mean, why are you
Or at
asking
least-
me that question? You know Asher better than I do.
I'm meaning in how well known are things like that in Tal Rune? Is that like
I mean, there's
There's
books and
myth and
stories, and
legend.
they definitely exist.
okay? That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're talking about possibly a werewolf.
I don't know what wearing a wolf has to do with
No,
getting
it's a
attacked by this thing, but
it's a werewolf is a person that's got a disease or a curse. It's vague on what it is that makes them turn into have wolf-like features. I haven't ever seen one personally, but I've heard about them and read about them. That's what it sounds like you're describing.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I have to run an errand real quick, but I'm here on voice chat right now.
Okay.
That's what a werewolf is. It isn't WEAR. It's WERE. And then wolf.
WERE.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not actually you're not wearing a wolf. You turn into one. But that sounds like what you're describing.
You saying what attacked my family was a man?
It was sometimes they would be a man, sometimes they'll be a creature that can shift.
I don't understand why you had to tear apart my family.
We didn't mean to. We were gonna just talk, but Thalia is a holy warrior, and I can understand they were technically undead. They weren't alive, Brand. Their bodies were there, but their spirit was gone. Their spirit is in the afterlife now. They're resting with the gods.
Their spirit was in the necklace you broke, and now I can never see them again.
No magic was in the necklaces that let you control them. They were thralls. They weren't themselves.
Persuasion
And
check, please.
Please keep rolling well. 13?
Against my roll, as soon as I find my d20. Nuh-uh, you're wrong.
I know it's hard to understand right now, and you're going through a lot, but I promise you, I'm not. I've seen what dead people look like, and I've been a soldier for almost a decade. I've seen death. They weren't alive.
Bran stands up and begins to just walk to the other side of the porch away from you.
I would let him, but then I'd start slowly moving towards him and just still talking with him.
He wraps around the side of the house as you kind of stay behind about 5 feet.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him get out of eye shot. I would go around the corner.
Yep, absolutely. And staying about 5 feet in front of you, he would see Thalia digging ditches. And then he would charge and run towards Thalia. Thalia, you have a small 13-year-old child charging towards you.
And I realize this, correct?
Oh yeah, he's not stealthy by any stretch.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna let him. I mean, I don't think he's gonna move me that much.
He slams into you, and he starts pounding on your armor, making loud flesh-on-metal sounds. And he's crying, "Why did you take him away? Why did you do this?"
Grab his hands at the wrists?
Sure. You grab his hand, and he starts trying to kick you in your ankles.
Just let him let it out, Thalia.
He's gonna hurt himself.
He needs to let it out. I mean, to be honest, he did see you kill his dad.
You fucking fuck, you shit!
Something else killed his dad.
I know, but he's a 13-year-old child, Thalia. You've been a child before.
You killed him! You took him away from me!
We know they were undead, but to him they were still here.
He stops kicking you as he seems like he's out of steam. Do you let go of his wrists?
Yeah, I'll let go of his wrists.
He begins to just walk away, and he kicks a rock on the ground. And he starts heading in that direction.
I'm not gonna be a very good person to console him, so I'm just gonna let him go and carry on with what I'm doing.
Eustace. As Asher and Thalia are in the back near the ditch, you're kind of on the side of the house, kind of fucking around with these necklaces and whatnot. And this child would be approaching in your general direction. And he's about to walk past you.
So how'd you make him?
I didn't. Papa did. Go to hell.
What did your papa do?
None of your fucking business. And the kid just turns into a sprint and goes into the high wheat.
Can I mage hand grab him before he gets away?
I would let you do that. If Mage Hand didn't have a 5-pound carry capacity.
I was about to say,
I thought it was 25 pounds.
No, you can upgrade it. I think
it's 10.
There's a bigger spell. I don't remember what it's called, but it
Big
does
B's
more
magic
things.
hand.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, I know that arcane tricksters get
A cooler one,
buffed
yeah.
one, but I forgot the
Yeah.
specifics. But it doesn't matter. But as you take your mage hand, you try to kind of grab him by the scruff of his neck. The mage hand, unfortunately, just can't contend with the kid's velocity, and the mage hand just kind of shoots right through the kid as he dips into the high grass.
Can I go after him? Because I was going to be staying with the kid.
I mean, you're
If
welcome
that's-
to run after him in the high grass, sure.
All right, I'll try and find him.
All right.
I
As
just want to let
Ash-
y'all know, I did not hear anything Fate said.
He tried to mage hand grab him and then asked what his papa did, and the kid told him to fuck off.
Okay, gotcha.
Dillinger, are you in earshot now? Dillinger, if you're talking, we cannot hear you. Oh, he definitely hears us, that's for certain.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, welcome
Yeah.
back, brother.
No.
I also cannot hear Dillinger, so just so y'all know.
Shut up.
Everybody else hears Fate. Everybody else hears.
Yeah, this is
I can't
definitely
hear
a
him.
problem on my end.
Okay.
Like Fate and Dillinger are the only ones I can't hear. I can hear everybody else. I'm just letting y'all know this is something on my end. So if someone tries to talk directly to me,
Alright.
I
It's
can't
okay.
hear Dillinger and Fate. Just putting that out there.
Gotcha. So
We got it.
So Dillinger, you would see Fate get cursed out. You see Asher in the process of dipping into the high grass after this kid. You would just barely see Thalia digging ditches in the backyard. Grognar is nowhere to be seen at the moment. He's in the cart. And yeah, so I mean, what's Dillinger all about here?
I honestly don't know. I guess someone's already digging a grave. Asher's chasing after the kid. I mean, I guess Dillinger was kind of like look around inside the house to see if just kind of poke around, see what's where.
Yeah, I mean, everything seems pretty much, plain Jane, country farmhouse kind of situation here. Very meager living accommodations. The only real thing that seems to be the interesting landmark in this house would be the chicken shrine of this sliced open chicken. There's a smushed chicken heart on the ground, and it seems to be a shrine. It definitely has a eerie kind of a feel to you.
Gotcha.
Uh-oh, I think we're about to lose Dillinger. Dillinger, check 1-2. Breaker 1-9, Dillinger, Breaker 1-9.
He's too busy fucking toasters.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay. I guess I'm not proficient in arcane or religion, so I mean I can't really look into the shrine. Yeah, I mean I honestly don't know what to do. I guess Dillinger kind of awkwardly stand around.
You pace back and forth and just kind of wait for someone to make a choice, and that's perfectly fine. Awesome. All right, guys. So, Asher, you dip into the high brush. You know what? Just because I can, why don't you give me another investigation just to make it official? Oh yeah,
21.
You're following the breaks in the high wheat, and you see the kid just barely out of your line of sight, but you're following him, and he kind of turns his head. Leave me alone! Stop following me!
I'm not unless we need to talk, man. I can't just leave you. You're a kid.
Yes, you can. Just leave me alone. All right, you've done enough.
Trying to fix things.
You want to fix things? Bring my papa back. And he's still moving, by the way. He's not standing still. He's still trying to just get away from you.
Yeah, and I'm doing that brisk like jog to
Yep.
catch him. Can't do that, but I can try and help you. Nothing I could have done could have brought your papa back.
You
Your
want to
papa
help
was
me?
gone
Then
a long
help me
time
by
ago.
leaving me alone.
Where was the werewolf? Or the wolf creature thing that attacked your family?
Don't know. Just
Did it
go.
Did it come here to this farm?
I don't know. I don't
Was it-
remember.
How long ago did the attack happen?
If I tell you, would you leave me alone?
It'll get me in that direction, but
So he stops, turn around in the high grass. It's about a month ago. The night of the blood moon. There was some singing in the trees, and that's all I know. I heard a scream, and it woke me up from my bed, and there we go. There you have it. Okay, is that good enough? Can I go now?
for a time frame wise, would that have been around the Harvest Festival? Because that was about a month ago.
Yes, it would have been.
All right. And it was here at the house. And the whole time, I'm still moving like up to him.
It was close by. It's just that way. Just that way. He points like towards the south a little bit, but you know, he's not really all that interested in giving you detailed information. It's clear.
So you can tell me about where this wolf thing is. I could.
Look, you told me that all I had to do was answer and you'd leave me alone. So I'm gonna go. Bye.
Wait. I'm trying to tell you something, and I'm gonna grab him if I'm close enough.
Let go of me. Let
That's
go
not
of
gonna
me.
happen. And I've got him by like the back of the neck.
Ah!
I'm trying to like lead him back towards the house.
Let go of me.
I can't let
Help!
you run off in the woods alone.
Help! Help!
And I'm gonna start walking him back towards his house.
Ow! You're hurting me.
No, I'm not. I'm barely holding on to you.
So
I'm making sure I'm not like hurting him, but like I'm still holding him, you know.
Juices, you'd be the first one to see this kid leave the, in Asher's arms, being not restrained, but kind of guided back to the house. As you see, kind of Asher, he's not wrestling with the kid, but he's definitely in some sort of a physical altercation with the kid.
Thank God. You should tie that brat up.
Eustace, you're not helping.
He raised the dead, Asher. What
He
future
did
do
what
you
he-
think he has?
He did what his dad taught him. It's not the kid's fault. You don't. The sins of the father are not the sins of the child. And I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna ask the kid if he knows where his dad got the magic from.
No, just ow, no, I don't know. He just showed me and my brothers.
Do you have anywhere else you can go?
Yes,
You have family close by.
sure.
Don't lie to me. Pretty sure I could tell the kid's lying.
I mean, you're welcome to roll an insight if you really want to.
Just the tone and the fact that I can deal with children, like I know he's lying. A 9.
Yeah, he doesn't appear to be all that engaged with you at the moment.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
By the way, Grognar, you would hear the words "help" coming from the high grass. Just so you're aware. So with that in your mind, I'll come back to you in a hot second here.
Alrighty.
Unless you want to go to someone else, I have some more questions for the kid, but I don't want to like take up.
Yeah, let's
Anybody else wants to do
jump
something?
around right quick. So
Mhm.
as Carl stops talking to you, Grognar is like, "Do you hear that? And you hear help? Yeah, ow! Help! You would hear that kind of commotion coming from the grass, not that, or the wheat rather, not that far from you, Grognar.
Grognar would start heading in. Sit here, Carl.
Grog,
I'll go
Grog,
check.
be careful, Grog. Be careful.
It'll be fine.
You push your way through the grass or the wheat, and eventually you make the clearing, and you just see Asher yet again wrestling with this child as Eustace is, you overhear Eustace saying, "This kid raised the fucking dead," and all that jazz.
What is going on here?
He won't let me go. He won't let me go.
I'm trying to get some questions answered. We need to know what the hell is going on here. So far, I found out the family was killed by a werewolf. So, and his dad taught him how to do necromancy.
Papa was just teaching me what what his father taught him.
I see no wrong in the boy's actions.
Until he raises an army.
Okay, then teach
Gets
him
himself
not to.
killed. Do you know anything about necromancy? I don't, other than the fact that it raises zombies and they try and kill people.
Necromancy can also be used to kill the living or the already dead. It can also be used to take control of the dead.
Yeah, and Mirladar almost got wiped out by necromancers and undead, so kind of a bad thing. And
What's this about a werewolf?
that's what he said killed his family.
The kid tries to pull away from you again.
And I keep a hold of him.
Ow!
Asher is just really aggravated and like he's getting annoyed with just the whole fucking situation.
The kid tries to grab your hand to try to force his, to release him. You're obviously holding on tight, but he's really pulling and yanking to try and get away from you.
You stop before you hurt yourself, Brand.
He'll start forearm slamming on your wrist, trying to force you to let go.
God damn it. I'm walking him back to the house, and I'm yelling for Thalia to get over here because I have a question for her.
As he's walking by Eustace is going to put a silver coin in his hand, and I'm going to grip a hold of his arm and just try to assist Asher without letting anybody know what I just did, and look for the kid's reaction.
I'm curious to know what the fuck you're doing too. As you take the silver coin and you basically, we call that a double escort in the restraining world. So as you help Asher escort him into the home, Thalia, you would hear your name being kind of shouted for towards the front of the house. You're muted.
I'll jam the spade into the earth and go approach Asher.
Yeah, we're just like standing on the porch holding this
Yep,
kid.
and Dillinger is not that far off. So Dillinger, you would be within earshot of this, as well as you, Kane, if you're in a proximity of being able to speak. But you are all basically all in the same spot at this moment.
Thalia, what do you know about werewolves?
I don't think Thalia's ever dealt with a werewolf before.
Makes two of us. He's saying that's what killed his family.
Are you sure? Werewolves are not exactly common. And this is a very sparse area with not a lot of human food.
Described a wolf on its hind legs. They walked around on its hind legs, and they attacked him during the blood moon, which, from what he said, was a month ago, and that was about the time we were at Wheaton with the Harvest Festival, when a bunch of weird shit started happening.
So, out of character. Basically, what Thalia probably know is the folklore, and maybe like that she'd need silver weapons at that point.
Yep.
But aside from that, he doesn't know much else other than like logically this isn't a very big food source for werewolves here, although the cottage itself kind of is, but he didn't attack, or he didn't eat them, so I don't know what the hell the reason would be behind attacking this place. Communicate that, but in character. I don't know how I'm just logically thinking it through in my head. Translate that to from Thalia's perspective.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
got
what she
you.
says.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Okay.
I don't know. I know about as much as you do, just what I've heard in folklore and what I've read. And it supposedly silver does something to them, so I don't know.
Silver is their weakness.
Yeah, Monster Hunter, you know about this stuff.
I know, right? You actually have a legitimate monster hunter in the fucking party.
Yeah. Kane, what do you know about werewolves?
It could be a no.
No, there's an option.
What? There are many forms lycanthropy can take. You either get bit by a werewolf, you have something that turns you into the wolf. There are several different forms it can take. What do you want to know exactly? It's a curse.
Grog made a good point too. I didn't think about that. It could be gnolls. Would a werewolf just attack these people and then leave without eating them, or does that sound more like gnolls?
If I had to guess, that sounds more like a gnoll. I mean, gnolls are just, they see things through violence and blood, but they also have a tendency to eat their victims. Werewolves, on the other hand, don't necessarily always eat their victims. It's just more rage than anything.
Alright. So...
if it happened on the night, when did this happen? I don't have that information. I was about to ask.
During the blood moon. Around the time we were in Beaton with the Harvest Festival. About a month ago.
That would have been a full moon, right, Frog?
Yes.
Yeah, it's more than likely a werewolf.
Yeah.
As for what attacked them, don't know. Could have just been it came upon them.
Wrong place,
It
wrong
might have had a
time.
reason to attack them.
Fate, you're still, or excuse me, Eustace, you're still holding on to the kid's other arm, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna try and. What do I see?
Well, just before
Well,
you
hold
let
it.
go, I see what you're trying to fucking do. Just right before you let go, this kid actually kicks you in the shin. As you let go, I assume you're looking to see if the silver piece on the arm did something.
Yep.
It doesn't appear to have done anything. But now that his arm is free, he is flailing around and targeting Asher yet again to let him go. Let me go! Let me go!
Just letting him slap into my breastplate.
Let me go, you freak! Get off of me!
I like how he's turned into a Boston accent.
He's got a lot of saliva in his mouth.
Yeah. What are we gonna do with this kid?
Just hand them over to the Empire. Let them figure it out.
That would be meaning going back to Mirladar.
What did you just say, Asher?
Eustace said to hand him over to the Empire. The closest thing that resembles the Empire is Mirladar.
That we know of.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't know of anything around us, so that's why I was saying Mirladar.
Well, we either take
Can't go back
him with
there.
us.
That's too far.
You can't bring a kid to war.
Yeah.
What's the closest village to where we're at now?
We don't know.
We either take him with us or we just let him go.
Like, don't we have a map of the region?
Nope.
We should get one next time in the town.
Yeah, no one thought to buy a map. But
I'm
When we
making
were
one,
leaving
damn it.
Vestal, where were the other places we could have gone?
Vestal
I
was
mean, not much South Beaton. We were leaving Beaton. Bro, you got too many villages to start with Beaton. And I'm in two different games, and I'm having to remember these things. Beaton. Where were the other places we could have gone besides before we left Beaton? That's what Kane's trying to ask.
Are you asking me, or are you just asking the party?
I'm asking Asher because we were making decisions because Mirador wasn't our only choice when we were leaving. It was just a choice that we knew of because that's where we knew someone from Beat went to.
we know Vestal, but that was we'd be closer to go to Mirladar. Beaton was on, or Vestal was.
We don't know it's closer to go. Do we know it's closer to go to Mirador?
Only a day
From
away
where we're at?
from. We're only a day away from, like a day and a half away from Mirladar right now. Because we've spent we spent technically 2 nights out on the road, but the first night or the second night was only because we were stuck in that plant growth. But we're only like a day and a half away from Mirladar. Yeah.
Does the kid have any family?
He
Says he does?
He says he does, but I'm pretty sure he was lying to me.
Ask him where his family is.
I can hear you.
Yeah, he's right here, Kane.
Child.
His name's Brand.
Brand.
By the way, he's still pounding on Asher, trying to let him go.
Brand. Where's your family?
Fuck you!
Like the one. Fuck you too, kid. Where's your family?
Surprised you could hear me, you freak.
Yeah, well, I've been through some shit. Not all too dissimilar from what you've gone through. Now tell me where you.
Oh yeah, somebody in metal armor just destroyed your whole family?
Not exactly.
Asher just glares over at Thalia.
Just let me go, okay?
Talia's
I can
gonna
take care
go
of myself.
Continue digging graves.
As you walk past, you flip the kid off and you go back to the backyard and begin to dig. All right, team. What is the plan here? This kid's clearly just, you guys are not friends to him, so he's gonna continue to create issues. So what's the overall arcing plan here?
I say we just
back
leave 'em.
home. I'm gonna go inside and then get on the computer.
Yeah.
Wait, this
know
cabin
what's
has
going-
internet connection?
It has a computer.
All right.
What kind of processor?
It's just 2 squirrels on a wheel. Yeah, Dillinger, I kind of agree with you. Just leave him. I think we've done enough.
Hey, we just leave him. We can't take him with us. Might as well just let him run off.
Brand, I have a question for you.
I don't want to talk to anyone. Just let
What
me
if I
let me
tell
go.
you there's a way to get your parents back?
He'll stop and listen.
How?
Look, my lord offers knowledge, and by trusting him, he also offers power. If you believe in him, he can give you the power to bring your parents back. He knows the ways of magic.
It's out of character. It's a good thing Thalia's in the backyard.
Recruitment.
Grog, no.
Why not? I'm speaking truth.
Because his family's gone. They were dead. those were empty husks that were there.
I'm
He's
saying
not
the
gonna be
true
able to
them.
bring them back.
I'm speaking of the true them. I
So
would
let him
not
go down
lie
the
to
path
you.
of becoming more necromancer and let him eventually get hunted down by the Empire if he keeps practicing this shit. He's lucky.
That's on him and his own life choices.
He's lucky it was us
I'm
that found
hurt
him.
you would assume I'm talking about necromancy.
The boy had 4 zombie thralls.
Who's to say he cannot change and go on the path of light? Is that impossible for someone to change their ways? I am a man of...
You're a man of a
Chance.
clan of orcs that tortures people, is what you are.
And that was in my past. I have changed. You
So
may
you
not
say.
ever believe me, but I have changed.
You also threatened to kill a whole church.
Because it was to equate what this child has lost to Thalia in a way that she would understand. It seems the only thing she cares about is her church. So, if you threaten her with it, that is the only way she'll understand, apparently, through her thick skull.
No, you just like driving a wedge. Listen,
What's the
kid,
difference?
Brand,
What?
you can't keep practicing what your dad showed you.
Fine.
It's
Okay.
bad.
Let me go now.
I'm trying to have a serious talk with you right now. It's bad shit. You're lucky it was us that found you and not someone else. Because like you can get imprisoned and killed for what you were doing.
I wasn't hurting anyone.
It's still illegal. You turned your dead family into zombies.
No, they weren't zombies. They were alive. They were alive
No,
to
they
me.
weren't. They weren't alive. They were empty husks.
Let me go!
Alright, enough of this shite. Sorry.
I fucking hit myself really hard.
Sorry.
I'm gonna take out like 5 gold and hand it to him and just tell him Mirladar's that way. Just try and go get a better life there. And I'll hand him like 5 or 6 gold.
He'll grab it. Do you let go of his arm?
Yeah, I let go of his neck.
He runs. Out into the high grass.
Oh, I didn't realize Dillinger was trying to do something too.
Oh, I didn't hear him. I'm sorry. Oh, my bad, Dillinger. I didn't catch that. I apologize. But we can definitely take it back a notch. That's fine, as he's kind of doing his thing. Sure, you still want to try to knock him out? Uh-oh.
Now, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's all good.
Okay, so
he already gave him the gold. He ran. It's all good.
All right, so yeah, he's out of the picture. All right, team. What's the plan?
Okay, I missed what the fuck just happened because I had to go back out again because someone fucked up.
So long
Asher gave
story.
the kid 5 gold, and the kid ran off after we let him go.
It seems like y'all knocked out the kid.
No, we gave him like 6 gold and let the kid go. Pointed him in the direction of Mirladar.
So each of you guys have this cabin to yourself for the time being. What is the overall plan, guys? It's about midday. I don't think it's that late in the day. Midday to late afternoon, somewhere in that region. Not quite dinner time as of yet. But yeah, you guys have your own your pick of whatever you guys want to do. So what's the plan?
Steal some vegetables and get moving?
I'm not leaving until I finish all of the graves.
So 5 graves will probably take you, if you're hauling ass, doing it by yourself. You're going for deep graves or shallow graves?
6 feet,
Oof.
or whatever is
Full-
customary for a proper grave.
All
It's
right.
like multiple days,
Y-
dude.
You're
Jesus.
with one shovel. I mean, I
It
would
is
say
not multiple days.
yeah. I wouldn't. Well, for D&D character, not multiple days, but I'm willing to. Let's just do it this way. Let's let the dice decide. How long?
I feel
is
like
it
you
gonna
guys
be?
haven't dug a
Look.
hole before.
I have actually, and I'm not fond of it at all.
Yeah.
Once
doesn't
the
take
kids
that long,
gone,
I don't
Asher
know
would
if
go
you're a fan.
over and start helping Thalia dig the
You're
holes.
right. Digging holes isn't bad, but 6 feet deep is a task. Absolutely. And so that would be divided by 2 because I can't find my D4. Let's say it'll take about 3 hours per grave.
Okay, I guess we're
Look,
posting it
yeah.
up for a while.
Why don't we
We're
just
better
do
off
3
burning
feet?
the bodies. We're better off burning the bodies than burying them. You bury them, the kid's just going to dig them back up and bring them back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Out
gonna take a
of
lot.
character, I'm just wondering why we're not burning the bodies.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
burning the bodies is the better option.
That-
There
out of
are
character,
only
aren't-
3 bodies, by
Aren't
the
2
way.
of them like gone, like disintegrated?
There's only 2 bodies. But
Yeah. Someone completely obliterated the,
yeah,
or I guess the better term is shattered the
Yeah.
other 2.
yeah, Thalia, wouldn't burning them just be better since they were undead?
They still deserve the respect of a proper burial.
We don't have time
I- I-
to
I
give them the
don't-
respect.
If I have the time to destroy them, I have the time to bury them.
Ooh.
Okay, maybe Grognar doesn't hate Thalia as much as he thought he did.
Oh, it sounds like I have morals and ideas. Who'd have thought that?
Kane ain't gonna help her.
All right, I'll do it by myself then.
No,
Yeah.
Asher
Asher
said he
will
was
help.
already digging as well.
Asher can help her. Kane ain't gonna stop anybody from helping her, but Kane ain't gonna help her.
So 2 graves then. 2 graves
No,
at 6 feet deep.
Well, I'm gonna give them all a proper.
The mom.
There
and the
is
boy-
only
rest.
2 bodies.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They still deserve proper
Alright,
graves.
That's fair. That's
Ah.
absolutely fair.
The father's body is still there. It's just
Yeah,
headless.
we know that. We're saying the mom and the other son are gone because you cast Shatter on them and destroyed their bodies.
Yeah, there's just viscera all over.
He's
the
wanting to
field.
now to just dig extra empty graves for them
And that's fine. I mean,
and waste time.
if that's the tradition, that's the tradition. That's perfectly okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, so that's the going plan then. With Asher's help, it would take half the time, clearly. So let's say from 3 hours per ditch to let's just round it down to an hour per ditch.
That's still 5 hours.
Yes.
All right, 5 hours.
Even 5 out. There were only 4 bodies. We didn't kill the 13-year-old boy that ran away. That would have made 5. There's only 4.
Okay, so it's still
Why
4
is
hours.
4
Thalia
hours.
trying to dig a kid for the 13-year-old?
You guys would see Carl kind of pushing through the high grass, the high wheat. Is everything okay? You've been gone a while. Hello.
It's
Carl.
okay.
What? Where'd y'all put the kid after y'all knocked him out?
We didn't knock him out. We gave him money and let him leave.
Who did y'all knock out?
Nobody. It was an option.
No one.
You
I,
pro-
I, was, I was
okay.
having.
Y'all did get.
I
I,
was
thought you were
having
joking about
voice
giving him money
issues.
and letting him leave.
No.
No.
Oh.
I was having voice issues, so I
Okay.
put in the chats for Frog to see, but then we already decided
Alright.
to let him go instead.
All right. So
We're not
we're
gonna get the kid to the hag.
we're just gonna go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead, Matt.
okay. I guess while they're digging, villagers gonna go back inside and just see what food's in the house, start throwing the food into a bag, take with us.
Fortunately, when all this was going down, there was a pot of stew set to boil that was turned off like maybe 30 minutes ago. So the big pot of stew is still warm, filled with a medley of vegetables and some broth. The broth itself it's tasty, you know. It's not the greatest. A 13-year-old made it. If anything, Carl would be like, bah, this is not a stew, and he'll begin to kind of spice it up a bit.
Other than that, I guess the only other thing is like outside of like searching for food, it would be just literally just searching the house more finely over the next 4 hours.
I mean, the
That'd
house
be about
is
it.
the house is not very large. You find your ordinary run-of-the-mill, things that
Yeah,
are in
no,
the
I get
house.
you. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Let's just go ahead and fast forward 4 hours, guys. At this point, the sun has set and the night has taken the sky. It is a clear night. The moon almost full. Stars streak across the sky. The sounds of crickets and owls can be heard echoing through the trees at night. The insects' mating season or the nuptials rather, for the fireflies as they kind of hum about and kind of illuminate their tail ends here and there, creating this natural spectacle of fireworks. It's quite a lovely sight. The wind would push through the wheat, and the wheat would kind of shimmer back and forth in the moonlight. Thalia, at this point, you have brought the... Oop, I think we lost you, Thalia. Check 1, 2, Thalia.
I am here.
There
Sorry.
you are. Welcome back. So Thalia, after the 4 hours ends up, I'm going to go ahead and say you drag the bodies and kind of get ready to perform your ritual. What does your ritual entail? What are you doing?
I don't know. It's
Do you ask Grognar to perform the ceremony?
no.
Like he did for the other couple?
No. Low key Thalia kinda hates you. So really, yeah.
Wow.
Well, you're the one who threatened my entire culture.
Yes. And Grognar understands.
Okay, then Ragnar's gonna be understanding about how I hate him. So there.
Mm-hmm.
Glad we discussed that. So can I have also found some rocks to use as simple headstones?
Absolutely. There's plenty around.
Okay, they're all.
Oh, I lost you. Say again, Thalia.
Yep, I'm here. Sorry. Hold on one sec. Let me switch over to my computer again.
Okay, you guys hear me?
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. She's just going to I don't know. She is just gonna hope that they have a full rest, not their bodies have rest.
I think you're breaking up again. Did anyone hear him? I couldn't hear him that well.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you
Gotcha.
now. You for
Oh,
some
okay.
reason you
Okay.
trailed off for some reason.
I was actually trailing off, so that might have been why. Yeah, she's just gonna wish for them to have a peaceful rest, and that'll be it pretty much. She doesn't really do the ceremonial burial stuff very often.
Absolutely, Asher, you are right next to Thalia as she explains what she just did. You're welcome to add something to this if you wish.
Asher would do something similar. He would just, say a prayer to the Wild Mother that they can just find their peace in the afterlife, and that hopefully it's better than what they experienced in real life. And if she can look over the boy Rand and hopefully help guide him to finding peace and not follow down the same path that his father was going down, apparently. And yeah, just kind of help guide him to a better life.
Absolutely. And with that, why don't you both give me some religion checks real quick, please?
19.
And a 9.
As you,
Or an 8, excuse me.
as Asher, you kind of say your words. This, you know what? Why don't you give me a perception check too, Asher?
$16.
Nice. The ditches that have been covered over, you see a small sapling about 2 inches long just sprout from the center of these burial sites. And that is all.
Asher just smiles and bows his head.
All right, team. So we are in the middle of the night at this point here, or not middle of the night, but let's say early, like just shy of midnight-ish. Call it 9 p.m. to midnight in that general time frame. What is the plan? What do you guys want to do?
I think we're gonna. Well,
Hunker down.
I think I've made enough decisions for one day.
Yeah, I think I'm assuming while me and Thalia were digging the grave, someone went and got the wagon and brought it over to the house.
That sounds like a fair assessment. That would make sense.
Courtesy
To me.
of Grognar.
That's perfectly okay with me.
While we're still standing over by the graves, once I see the sapling and everything, and before we leave, Asher is gonna reach over and kind of clasp Thalia on the shoulder and tell her, I understand what you did and why you did it. I wish it had turned out differently, but I understand where you were coming from.
I hope that I understand that this can be a rough way of thinking of things. But I hope you can understand how I will behave in such instances in the future. And you'll be able to allow me to do my duty unhindered.
I can agree with that, but I also think that sometimes there is some gray area in life. There are definitely.
I will concede that not all necromancy can be bad. However, in the circumstances that I saw, I think it's better to be safer than sorry.
And I can understand that, but
I am sorry for the child. I really am. But unfortunately, life will not be as forgiving as I am. And thankfully he was spared. Now, unfortunately I can't guide him the way that he needs to be guided. But I hope that he will be safe in the hands of the gods, and they will bring him sanctity and a soothe his anger.
Yeah,
And if he decides to take his anger out, or if he decides to seek revenge, then I will meet it.
while we're talking about that, once you finish, Asher's going to gesture towards the sapling that popped up. I think there is someone. I think the Wild Mother is going to be looking over him, and hopefully she offers him some guidance. And helps him find peace.
She nods and goes off to reconvene with everybody else.
Yeah, and Asher will do the same.
You guys get into the house. You'll see Eustace, Dillinger, and Kane kind of chilling with Grognar. The pot of soup is not fully eaten. It was a fairly large pot of soup. There seems to be leftover. Just needs to be warmed up. Let's go with Dillinger. Are you looking to hunker down for the evening?
I mean, not by choice, but yeah, I guess.
All right. As you are seen kind of trying to make yourself comfortable in a corner, I'm assuming. Kane, what are you doing to prep for the evening?
Uh, I'm guessing we finished the stew finished cooking. Uh, and we've had some.
Yeah, it's 4 hours have passed already since the child left.
Okay. Uh, Kane's uh, Kane's gonna go outside.
Sure.
Doesn't say a word. He just kind of goes outside.
You go outside. It is dark outside as you leave everyone on the inside. You stand on the porch and you look out towards the field of wheat. The wheat field is blowing in the breeze as it kind of once again it shifts back and forth and back and forth, and with the almost full moonlight it almost looks like blue sunlight, so you could see everything out here. I'm not gonna say it's bright, but I'm pretty sure you guys went outside in the fucking full moon. Sometimes you can see your shadow, and it's kind of one of those.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those situations. Um, as you're just kind of taking a deep breath in and looking out to the field, as the high wheat sways back and forth, two red eyes seem to be looking directly back at you.
Kane just kind of stares at them because he doesn't know if he can trust what he is seeing, but he also has his hand on his sword.
As these red eyes are looking back at you, in the moonlight, like you don't see any shape or contours, you just see the eyes. And then you see this hideous smile and these teeth that shine in the moonlight. They just kind of gangly, sharp, and decrepit. They don't have any symmetry to them whatsoever. Yeah, what about our deal?
I'm working on it.
You better work quick, or I'll come to claim what's mine already.
I already got 2 for you.
I need more. The deal was for 5.
Yeah, I'm working on it. In case you haven't noticed, it's been kind of difficult. Did you want zombies? Because I've run into a fuck ton of them.
I have no need for zombies. I have plenty of my own.
Exactly.
Are you mocking me?
No, I'm just kind of frustrated right now. I've been through some shit. How have you been doing? You been doing well? Keeping up?
Do better when I start pulling out your intestines inch by inch.
Like I said, I'm working on it.
You have 24 hours, or I come to claim what is mine.
Gotcha. Noted.
A growl. And then the red eyes close, and the mouth grin, like the Cheshire cat, just closes, and then nothing.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Heading back inside. Grogner, how are you prepping for the evening?
Grognar is just sitting in the wagon. If Carl is nearby, making some small talk with him.
Carl would be inside the home, utilizing the kitchen to the best of his ability.
Alrighty, then I'll just stay in the wagon writing in my journal.
All right, you do so. Unfortunately, you didn't hear any of the conversation that happened outside. But nevertheless, you write in the journal. You're alone. The moonlight would crest through the canopy of the, giving you a little bit of moonlight to read and write, through. But yeah, is there anything in particular you're writing about?
Alrighty. Say a quick prayer to Lord Karam for guidance and how to move forward after what has just happened.
Absolutely. All right. And Fate, how are you closing out the evening? Or fucking Eustace?
Eustace short rested at some point while everyone was digging graves, and I used to blew an arcane recovery just to be safe.
Okay.
On my level 1 spell slots, and he's just He's just working with Carl, seeing if he can help anyone in the kitchen, doing whatever. Just
Sure. Carl's looking to
winding the day
teach
down.
you. Carl's in the process of trying to teach you how to cut a carrot properly.
Excuse me, Daddy.
He's
I'm
trying to
gonna
teach
put-
you how to cut a carrot properly.
This looks pretty difficult, Carl. I don't know if I can do this.
It's not about the carrot. Obviously, anyone can chop a carrot, my lord. But it's about finesse. You gotta be the carrot. You gotta feel the carrot. You feel the contours here. Feel this. You see how it's a little bit softer on this one side and the edge itself needs to be rounded out? It's about contour and consistency. So when the water soaks into the carrot, it soaks the same way all around, creating a delectable. You bite into it, and just thinking about it makes my mouth water.
That's pretty detailed, Carl.
What can I say? I'm good at what I do.
Carl has a food fetish.
But
Hey, Carl,
It's Food Wars all over again.
You carry on. I'm gonna go walk over here.
well, I heard somebody say, "Hey, Carl." Hold on, I'm gonna go there first. Who said, "Hey, Carl"?
I made a joke about Carl having a food fetish.
I swore I thought I heard someone chime in there, but I'm sorry then. Eustace, go ahead then.
So you carry on, Carl. I'm just gonna go over here.
Whatever you feel, my lord. You should probably get your rest. I'm gonna be turning it in for the night here soon. How about this? Can we say tomorrow we learn about onions?
Yeah, something with a little more kick to it.
Onion bread.
That might work.
Fantastic. I'll come up with a recipe tomorrow. Well, I'm just gonna tidy up here, sir, and I'm gonna take some shut eye. Okay, my lord.
Enjoy it.
All right. Everyone gets the benefit of a long rest.
So when do we? So I'm out of hit dice.
On long rest, you regain half.
Oh, I regain. Okay. Good to know. Is that rounded up or down?
For hit dice, it's rounded up. Everything else we do is always rounded down.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
All right, all right, all right.
One thing I was going to do before we went to bed is we still have the two prisoners with us, right?
Yeah, they're actually probably in the back of the wagon with you, Grog. I guess you're keeping watch?
I am indeed.
I was going to bring 2 bowls of stew out and offer them to the prisoners so that way they don't starve to death.
Absolutely. These guys are heavily bolted down with rope upon rope and tight and everything. It's very uncomfortable. Some of them sit in their own feces. But nevertheless, you come out with the bowls. And the goblin would turn to you.
And I'm going to untie its mouth.
Finally. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat. What is this? What is this garbage?
If you mind your manners, I'll feed you some stew. And I'll take a spoon and start feeding it stew.
Be a lot easier if I could feed myself.
Shut up. Be glad I'm feeding you.
He reluctantly opens his mouth.
And I feed him, and then once I'm done with him, I'll go over to the lizard that I imagine is just seething with anger.
Uh-huh.
Do you want food? And I'll hold the stew up to it.
Let me verify something.
If it understands common or not.
Yeah. One moment.
Good folk only understand food and not food.
What language are you speaking right now, Asher?
I'm speaking common to it.
It looks at you and just kind of gives you that stare. You know what I mean? Like it's just looking at you. It's not like giving you a growl. It's not like giving you the stink eye. It's just its eyes are just locked in on your body, just watching you move.
I know Thalia Thalia's tried to speak to him before in Draconic. So I'm gonna go get Thalia if I can. Like,
Okay.
Thalia, do you feel like translating to this lizard? I'm trying to feed it, but I don't want it to bite me, and I can't talk to it.
Let it starve.
We
Maybe
can't
it'll eat the
let
goblin.
We can't let them starve. What happened to your whole, like, protect life thing? It's still a person.
It's a person, yes. However, it has no love for me, and I have no love for it.
Can you at least translate so that way I can try and feed the damn thing?
She'll get up and follow him out.
Sure. You get to the cart where they're located, and Grognar is obviously in presence here. But as you
ignoring Grog.
Yeah. As you go ahead and make reference to the translation, I assume, Thalia, you translate?
Yeah.
The lizard
So
would
I'm trying
reply
to do-
back in Draconic, muffled, because I'm assuming he's gagged, or his mouth, his snout is locked down.
I would have untied its mouth since we were going to start talking.
What is this?
What is it? Broth? Just vegetable broth or
It's
something?
a vegetable stew. I assume it was just vegetable stew.
This isn't the meal of a champion, a warrior, a killer, a hunter. This is pathetic.
You're I'm gonna tell it in Draconic. I'm the champion that defeated you. If you want to eat, you can eat, or you can starve, and sit here in the skulking mud of your prison.
This is hardly a meal. I'd rather starve.
Asher, throw it at him. See if he likes it better then.
I'm not going to throw it at him.
Then he doesn't want it.
Fine. Hey, Goblin, you want some more stew?
Ha! There's a bear shit in the woods?
Alright. And I'm going to feed the Goblin the stew.
Sure thing. The goblin cooperates for the food.
You know, when you mind your manners, you're not too bad.
No, shut up.
Is it daytime now, or are we still the before night?
This is before the full long rest. This is what
Yeah,
Asher
this is-
wanted to do before the long rest happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't want, like, the prisoners to starve to death.
Yeah, no, I
So
got
y'all
you.
was on me about the cat, and I'm like, well, got to take care of the prisoners too, and then the cat. And,
So as you wrap up that stew, what are you gonna do?
I'll feed the lizard one of the cooked rats if it wants that, since it's meat.
Sure. How do you do it?
I just offer the meat to it. Like, you want this?
It's just looking at you.
The meat towards its mouth.
You said you're throwing it towards the mouth?
Yeah, just kind of tossing it.
It hits his snout and it falls to the floor. I'm assuming, Thalia, have you left at this point, or are you still standing there?
Yeah, I walked away. It was useless.
In Draconic, he would say to you, now you're going to know this, but obviously you don't understand Draconic. He would say to you, I seem to have dropped my meal.
Wait, I didn't hear that?
You said you walked away.
Okay.
Asher, trying to be sympathetic, is going to pick it up and be like, we're going to do it one more time.
Well, this is now,
Put it in his mouth.
it's next to his body as you threw it at him and it bounced off it.
I use my rapier to, like, skewer it and pull it towards me. I'm not trying to bend down by its mouth. Not that stupid. I skewer it with the rapier and pull it off. And, like, one more time. Open. And try and toss it again.
It bounces off his snout again. And in Draconic he says, pathetic and weak.
Well, I guess you're not going to eat. And then I should probably tie its mouth back up. Grog, if he goes to try and bite me, blow his head off. And I'll start
He
trying
knocks
to
his
tie
head.
the lizard's mouth back up.
The second you get close enough in biting distance, he will absolutely attempt to bite. What is your AC +4.
That would be a 20.
All right, let me open up the character sheet for this fucking guy real quick.
This was the smart lizard folk that or the one that was casting spells and shit, right?
They all were casting spells.
Oh, well, this
You-
was the smart leader one, right?
It
No, we
bites.
killed him.
It bites
Oh.
at your hand, but you pull your hand away fast enough, and you just hear his teeth go clack.
Bop it on the top of the head. Bad.
It's a gator.
Yeah, it's a gator. Yeah, wrap the rope around its mouth real quick once it missed its bite.
It struggles a little bit, but it's bound. It is definitely bound and wrapped up. Its legs are all fucked up, so it's definitely in a lose-lose situation here. So yeah, I'll give it to you. As
Yeah.
you
just don't want him to bite the fucking goblin is the only reason why I'm tying it.
Oh, I agree, 100%. But yeah, so that's absolutely doable. Okay, is that all you wanted to do back here? As Grognar kind of looks at you.
Yeah, I leave. I'm giving Grog the cold shoulder, and I just find somewhere on the porch to chill with Jaeger and play with him and feed him, and then go to bed.
Quite playful the cat is, and we don't necessarily have to roleplay that, but yeah, you play with the cat for a little bit, and the cat seems to have grown a liking for you. It does kind of purr and brush up against you from time to time. You find like a little blade of grass from the wheat there, and you kind of dangle it in front of it, and it kind of does the kitten stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But
Have
it
we
is.
tended? Sorry.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Have we tended the goat at all?
I'm gonna assume Grognar's been on top of that, and he's been in the cart the whole time. It would just make sense. But anyway, long rest, guys. Everyone would absolutely wake up, and because of what I got planned going on here in the second half, we're gonna take our 10-minute break now. So why don't we just?
Dang, I was gonna have a conversation with Asher.
Level up.
So
Level.
go ahead and take your 10-minute break. Level up. What? Didn't you guys just level?
What? We got level 10? Awesome.
All right.
We're level
Boom.
20 now.
I swore you guys just leveled up.
We did. We
Did
did.
we?
Let me
We
see.
hit level 5
Felt
right
like
before
so.
the
It
battle.
felt so long ago.
2 months ago.
Well, it's because we took a couple of weeks. Like, we've had some downtime where we've been off. But we leveled up whenever we
You
fought
leveled
at
up
the gate.
on. Actually, you know, you did level up a while ago. About 2.5 months ago, on December 16th.
And we had a hell of a roleplay experience the last couple sessions.
You did, and they've been really great. I'm really proud of you guys.
I don't
Worth
think we're level 6
XP.
yet, guys.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we're level 6.
No, it doesn't mean
yet.
we leveled up.
So let me see here.
It was worth a shot.
Yeah, no, you
Probably
didn't level up.
Okay.
Probably like
I don't know
3/4
who.
of the way.
Somebody messaged me in Discord saying, "I think we're gonna level up on our long rest and make sure you
That
have
was
an
me.
inspiration."
That was
I was
me. I
like,
only got
what are you talking
inspirations,
about?
You have hit points. You have 50.
Yeah.
It got me so excited. I was like, "Oh man, he must have some insider knowledge that I didn't know."
Right?
Well, I'm gonna go grab me a snack. I'll be right back.
I'll be your
Alright.
snack.
Ooh woo.
Bro, I just
Woo.
had some beef hamburger helper.
I had meatloaf.
All right. While we're on this break, I'm gonna
I want-
attempt to keep playing Elden Ring.
Myth, quit fucking your toaster.
I'm a
I can't hear a word you're saying. It's just meh, 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 meh.
Yeah, you sound like R2D2 over here.
fuck your toaster.
That's what I'm saying. You're fucking toasters.
Chicken strips. Hey, my controller works finally. Oh my
So-
god.
I'm kind of addicted to Elder Scrolls Online now.
Can you hear me
So-
now?
So my buddy told me, yes, we hear you. My buddy played I've never really been a fan of MMORPGs, but I really want to try one out.
I love
But I
Skyrim.
am so picky about my fantasy. Like, I even have trouble with like Game of
So-
Thrones, which is super like interesting the way they do their armor and stuff, but the aesthetic is more on the realistic side of things. But then if I get into like
Read the book,
World of
don't watch the
Warcraft,
show.
what?
Read the Game of Thrones books, don't watch the show. The show
I'm
fucked
reading
it
the
up.
books. Calm down. Anyways,
Okay, good.
the point is that I'm really picky about aesthetics, and if it
Uh-huh.
looks like cartoony or like too exaggerated with like armor styles or stuff like that, I don't really have much interest in it. That's why I can't get into like The Simpsons or like Dragon Ball
Final
Z.
Fantasy.
Like they just have Final Fantasy is a JRPG, and I think it's fine for
Okay.
that, but it's not what I'm interested in. I want something that kind of has a
hold on.
more.
I need to pump the brakes for a second. You can't get into The Simpsons or Dragon Ball Z, which are admittedly outrageous, like really far out there cartoons because of their armor aesthetics.
No, just the entire aesthetic. Like
Okay.
the animation style and the art style is just weird. I don't really like it.
I can agree with Caleb. I don't like the aesthetics for The Simpsons. Now, Dragon Ball Z, I liked them as a kid. I haven't watched it in a long time, but
Okay.
I can understand the aesthetics.
Well,
and
okay, well, let's just get
I'll be
away
right
from
back,
that and
guys.
say
I'm
like
back in.
World of Warcraft. Like the armor is really, really huge. Same with like Warhammer 40K. Armor is huge. Things are exaggerated very heavily. It's very, I don't want to say cartoony, but it is kind of cartoony. It's not very realistic.
yeah,
So to defend Warhammer here, the armor is exaggerated, but there's exosuits under all of that armor.
No, I
Like, there's
understand.
actual.
I understand how it is. It just bothers me. Like
Aesthetic,
I'm
it
okay
looks
with
bad.
the power armor that exists in Fallout, even the ones in Fallout 4, which are the biggest, because they kind of show you the internal structure more, and it makes sense to me. But when like I see a space marine with its head poking out, it looks like a little dude just kind of vibing there, and it's kind of annoying. I don't
Well,
like that.
To be fair, it is a little dude inside of a massive exosuit.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't work for me. It's just the
Yeah.
aesthetic. But I want to get into like an MMORPG that does have a good aesthetic, but I don't know a whole lot of them that really
So
When
do
we
that kind of thing.
when we get done with the session, I will live stream for just a little bit ESO and let you see it because I like its aesthetic because it's got that fantasy look to it, but it's not super cartoony.
Yeah.
And it does like, yes, the monsters that you fight can look a little like. It's
Well,
still
I'm
gonna have that
familiar with like
fantasy.
I'm familiar with like Skyrim and Oblivion. I've played all that.
It looks honestly, it looks a lot like Skyrim did.
Okay.
on a,
And so,
on a
But
side
then-
note here.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I was before we get too far off. I just want to ask Asher, or
Mhm.
when at some point send me what server you're on for ESO, as I haven't played in a while, but I do have an Argonian werewolf character.
there isn't there's only two servers. There's the North American server and the EU server.
Okay.
So that's the
I
only
couldn't remember if
servers.
there's multiple servers, as it's been a
No,
while.
It's one
Oh.
massive server, and then
Alright.
the dungeons have
Yeah.
little sub servers that they.
Yeah,
go
no,
on to,
yeah,
but-
I'm good there. All right. Okay. I mean, I'll re-download it and see where I sit in it again. 'cause
Yeah, I just started playing it today. I'm level 3.
Yeah, no, I've played it off and on here and there a little bit. I think at most I'm like level 10 because I got into
See-
it for a little bit, but then fell out because I got into
it.
Final Fantasy.
I got into it whenever it first came out. Like I pre-ordered it and everything, and I was playing it, but there were a lot of bugs, and it was trash when it first came out because they didn't like you could go into like if you went into a dungeon or like do a quest and there were other people doing that same quest and they were ahead of you and you were within like its area and they completed the quest, you would get marked off as completing it, but you wouldn't get any of like the loot and stuff from it, and you couldn't go back and redo the quest. So it was really broken, but they fixed that now. So but so far I like it.
Somebody's a
You're fucking
robot.
toaster again. I'm gonna say that every time just because it pisses him off. Alright, I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh. Damn it.
You're still making love to a toaster.
I'm in love with the cocoa.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
Okay, that goes fucking through, but not my crafting question.
I'm in love with your body too.
God damn it.
The last thing he heard is how much you love his body. Oh yeah. Why'd y'all let the kid go?
It's either
I
that
don't-
or they let
Asher
him
on
be
that.
taught by me.
Yeah. Which
I'd be fine with that.
you Grog, you understand that you're pissing off Asher and me now.
I.
You're
You
going
see-
against two people in the party.
It's not intentional by the player. It's just how
Okay.
Grognar would think. Like,
I'm just making sure.
This is
I
my-
understand.
Kitty.
Like
He's
we
a
do
little-
we do have to
Alright.
get along in some things here.
I'm backy
Yeah.
back.
So
And like
this
I
is-
was not expecting you to take such a hard stance against my
look at
particular
the kitty.
thing.
Look at the
This is-
kitty.
Yeah, that was a little off the deep end.
Cats are evil.
Cats are good.
Cats are evil.
Good.
Zoe, cats are evil.
They're cute.
They're cute. Go to
I
bed.
agree. Cats are completely evil creatures and should be annihilated. from the
Zoe,
earth.
go to bed.
Okay.
You shut your mouth.
You lost your DM.
Sit down.
The average house cat needs to be
Sit.
purged from the earth.
Why?
I wouldn't say purge from the earth, but if you bury them up to their neck in sand and then use a lawnmower,
I can second this motion. I second this motion.
I was just trying to be nice and show you all my cat, and now y'all are talking about murder.
Yes,
Wow.
the average house cat is so insanely bad to just the modern day environment. They kill
Audra.
so many different species of animals. Not to even
That's
eat,
why
even
it's
like the wild
important to
cat.
keep them inside. If you keep
Yeah,
them
that's why
inside,
he stays
it's better.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
Yeah,
knows
he's an-
cats
that
get
doesn't
that.
fucking happen 90% of the time for most people. People don't understand that.
I
And thus,
understand.
cats get let outside and then they run around and kill shit just to kill it. Worse than people.
My cat just likes to sit on my lap and purr.
It purrs while it contemplates how to kill you in your sleep and then eat you after 48 hours.
What have you had to deal with cats, dude?
All
Like,
right, we're just gonna move on.
Like, I'm wondering what cat ruined your life.
Yeah, who hurt you?
actually, a cat put me in the hospital for 2 days before. So,
Y'all
But anyway.
need to go to therapy.
Okay, so,
I don't need to go to therapy. Cats just need to be purged.
all right, guys. As you guys wake up in the morning, I assume the plan is to just kind of pack up, head on out. I'm guessing that's kind of the emotion I'm getting here.
well, Kane wanted to have a conversation with Asher before
Okay.
we went to bed.
Absolutely. So, I mean, the night already passed through. So, as you wake up, you can have that conversation with him.
Mm-hmm. I'm
So,
here.
Kane will approach Asher in the morning after they're done doing their morning rituals and everything. You know,
Poopy.
draining the lizard, cleaning out the back end, and all that.
Okay.
She visited us last night.
The hag.
Yep.
What'd she say?
We had 24 hours. Or she's going to come claim what is hers.
Part of me wants her to come. We should tell the others, though.
You're right. We should.
Let's go have a conversation with him.
All right.
Unless you have something else you were thinking.
No.
All right, let's gather everybody up. And I'll go around and start getting everybody and tell them we need to have a little chat outside by the wagon.
Sure, you gather everybody around.
So, Kane, do you want to tell them or do you want me to?
Anatole visited us last night. She said we have 24 hours. Well, I have 24 hours to get what is owed her.
Or she's going to come and take it from us.
Yep.
So, we have 24 hours to either, well, less than 24 hours now, but we either find some spot and wait and fight her, or we keep trying to collect bait. I think we need to fight.
I'm tired of waiting for her. Let her come to us. Let her do all the work.
Yeah.
We can
find a good-
fortify this position if we decide to.
I don't think here would be a good spot with all the fields. It's a lot of cover, or concealment at least.
We can burn the field.
Then that traps us.
I don't think she'll be coming alone.
You got really robotic. Do what?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
you got
sorry,
really
Kane.
robotic, Kane.
There's a missile
Oh.
launcher, apparently.
I don't think she'll be coming alone. I mean, she's strong and powerful, but she ain't stupid.
Well,
If she comes for us, she's gonna bring things with her.
she was alone whenever we left her. We had killed her sister.
Trust me. She won't be alone.
How do you know that? Enlighten us. You're the monster hunter here.
Hags are crafty creatures. They love spreading misery, and the only reason she made this deal was because she knew it would make me miserable, make us miserable one way or another. And and while she might have been alone, enough time has passed for her to either found someone else to assist her, or to call in some debts that are owed. Because I highly doubt we are the only ones who have made deals with her.
If she
feel like-
can't-
I think it was a mistake for us to have made the deal in the first place.
Yeah. Well, it was our only way to get out.
I'd like to remind you we were bolted down and naked.
You really think I don't remember that?
No, I think you do.
We didn't have a choice. I mean, she
I
killed
made-
Iridian.
I used the. I only saw one way out, and I made the deal. That's on me.
No, I think the deal was the right choice. It got us out of there, and now we just have to deal with it. We don't have enough time to try and capture 3 more people. You know, we slept for, it's been what, 10 hours since she visited us, or you. Well, that gives us 14 hours to try and capture more people, or 14 hours to find a spot to fortify and fight an open area where we have space to maneuver, which probably isn't here. There's,
Where do you suggest we go? We don't know
I
where
suggest
Beaton is
no,
or how far we are
but,
from it.
well, we know we're a couple days from it. We're not going to get to Beaton in 14 hours.
We
It
don't
took us
know.
5 hours. It took us 5 days to get from Beaton to Mirladar.
We don't know where a fortifiable location is besides here. I mean, we got a place with 4 walls.
Yeah, then we spend the day chopping down as much of this field around us as we can to get clear avenues.
Then we'll
We
get
start.
then we're gonna tire ourselves out. I mean, I'm already pretty tired from yesterday because I was out of character referring to digging the graves.
Yeah. But how far from the cabin to the fields is it?
You're talking about the wheat fields where you first saw the zombie dad?
Yeah, because you said there were fields surrounding this
Yeah, there's like a clearing in the middle where this home is, and I believe when we first said it was like 100 feet or so.
She also mentioned she had plenty of undead. I should point that out.
Then we really need to clear some avenues of approach because we don't want undead just swarming where we can't see them.
If she uses those,
Yeah, we don't know
she
what
could
she's
be
going to
werewolf
use.
against us.
Would werewolves work with her?
They can make them. Like I said, hags specialize in misery. You ever seen someone that became a werewolf that doesn't want to be one?
I've never met a werewolf. I've only ever read about them.
Trust me. They aren't happy people.
We do what we can to fortify this area.
Not much.
We have 14 hours to try and collect stuff. We don't have time for that.
All right. That what y'all want to do? That what y'all decide?
It's just my thoughts. What does everybody else say?
There's no other way to get another 3 prisoners to fill this bargain?
We don't know where we'd find them at. We can travel on the road for 14 hours and hope someone tries to jump us again, but that's not guaranteed.
It is likely, though.
Yeah, and then we're going to be... Okay, but if we do that, we're going to have to fight the other people to capture them. We're going to be weakened and then have to deal with her. I doubt she's just going to take those. You've said she deals in misery, and we don't know if she'd keep up her end of the bargain either of taking them and letting us go. She could try and take us too.
They normally, one thing about hags, they'll hold on to their end of the bargain the way they see it.
Yeah, or she could not. We don't know. I don't exactly want to trust it.
I understand that.
Plus, I don't feel right handing other beings over to her. I'll do some shit, but I do have a line that I draw, and I've been captured and tortured before. I'm not gonna subject other things to that. I can't do that. I couldn't live with myself if I did that. I became the monsters I'm trying to fight.
One of the things that I do remember is when we were captured, the one responsible for torturing you and your friends, he was down in there. And that basement.
Yeah, and who knows, he might have made a deal with them, or she might have killed him. I don't know.
Yep.
And I'm not going to become him, though, of handing 5 people over, even if they are goblins and these fucking lizards. I'm not gonna hand them over to be tortured.
Well,
I'm not gonna do that.
if we are gonna prepare this place to see what happens when she comes, because I don't think it's gonna be good. I don't know. This is a. I was hoping
Capture
to
orc.
capture orc.
Grognor believe orc camp nearby, probably at Beaton. Still,
Yeah,
possible to capture.
Beaton is days away from us, and we have 14 hours, Grog.
Give or take.
Yeah, roughly, if that.
Oh, a stand and fight.
Yeah.
We're going to have to stand a fight. We might as well get rid of the extra luggage in the cot.
No, we need that still.
I mean, if we're not handing them over, we don't really need them anymore.
Slit.
Could have handed them over to see if we can buy more time, but
I'll be right back. My cat's fucking with something.
It could be the bait. Start handing them over one at a time,
nah.
and then after this third one, we just send it.
Nah, that we might.
I say we stand. I say we stand and fight her.
If we handed them over, it'd be a one-time thing. We hand 2 over now. We'll get to give us like 48 hours or something to get 30 more, but I don't know if she'd go for that.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Are y'all thinking we might be able to use them to buy some more time to get 3 more?
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that. I knew we were going to use them as bait, but
So what's the plan, team? We're kind of going in circles here. So what's the official plan? What have we voted on here?
Stay and fight.
Agreed.
I agree with Grog. We stay and fight.
Worst
Talia?
come to worst, I'll buy time.
I
You
s-
run.
I say we stay and fight.
Okay. So
All
tell
right.
me, how do you wish to spend the next 12 hours prepping for whatever you feel like you have to prep for?
I'm going to, and see if anyone wants to help me, start digging some holes around and make punji pits of just traps all around from once you come out of that field, digging holes and burying spikes in it from sharpened pieces of wood and trying to cover them back up.
Yeah, game will assist with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I might help with that. I'm trying to check and see if I have anything useful.
I'm gonna go before we start. I'm gonna go over to the goblin and ungag him.
The fuck do you want?
You want to earn your freedom?
Sure, why not?
There's something bad coming this way, and
Yeah, hopefully
well,
they gut you.
Well, she's gonna kill. It's a hag, and if she finds you, she's gonna kill you, or we're gonna kill you, or you can help us fight her, and you get to live, or die gloriously. You want to die gloriously, or with a chance of survival, or do you want to die tied up in the back of a cart?
Sounds like a persuasion check to me.
All right. 13.
With a 13, the goblin would look at you. Sure, untie me.
Do I hear this?
I mean, you're all by the
Let
cart.
y'all know what I'm doing.
I mean, you're all by the cart, I would assume.
I strongly advise against just letting it go. I don't trust it.
No,
Well,
I'm,
if you want to if we can let them go, we can figure out what to do with them after this is done. I don't feel comfortable untying them right now.
well, no.
Yeah, I agree.
Frog, are you trying to say something?
No, my kids are getting ready for
Okay,
bed. You
you're-
probably hear the commotion in the
you're-
background.
Okay, your mic kept queuing up, so I didn't know if you were trying to say something.
Yeah, it's probably my kids. They're getting ready for bed.
All right. Well, we don't have to untie them now, but when it gets closer,
But you just promised me.
said you'd get a chance to it.
Oh, come on.
I'd like to insight check to see if I believe this goblin that he's actually going to help.
Sure. The suspense is killing me.
Oh, okay, there it is.
21.
I mean, he seems to be really excited about being untied. He seems like the deal. He's agreeing with the deal parameters. He's not really moving around too much, so you can't really read his body because he's tied to like everything. But I mean, the inflection of his voice sounds that of excitement.
You can help us dig holes. We won't give him a weapon until it's time.
I just say I'd be better off just if he's gonna just help dig holes. That's fine. He don't need to be here for what's gonna go down.
All right, Goblin. I'm talking to him again. Does he speak? Is he speaking to us in common or was he speaking in Goblin?
Goblin.
All right. I'm gonna talk to him again. Like, well, Goblin, what's your name, by the way?
You're a dick.
You've had 4 sessions to come up with this fucker's name.
His name is... Hold on.
Thaddeus.
Definitely not Tin Man, that's for sure.
Tin.
Tin.
Headiga!
One more time.
Headiga!
I'll be right back.
Slower.
Headiga!
Kayadiga. Kaya. I'm gonna call you that for short. Because that's a
Hey
fucking
Adiga!
mouthful.
It's Hey Adiga! Open your fucking ears!
Kayadiga.
Hey Adiga!
Alright.
Hey Adiga! Hey Adiga!
Okay. Really, listen. I'm gonna untie you. You're gonna help us dig some holes. Don't worry, they're not for you. And then once we're done, we might just let you go. You don't have to fight unless you want to.
It's better than getting cramped up, tied in the back of a fucking thing, being eyed up by a damn lizard all day. It's about freaking time.
If you try anything though, I will kill you.
He smiles at you with his broken teeth.
Alright. And I'm gonna untie him slowly.
As you untie him, he kind of rubs his wrists, like they're sore. His ankles, he begins to rub his ankles. He stands up. He's like 2 foot nothing. He's like 2, maybe 3 feet tall tops. He's very tiny. He stretches his back out. All right. What do you want me to do?
You're gonna come with me and the big guy with the fucked up ear, and we're gonna go dig some holes.
Nah.
We're gonna make some traps. That's what you guys like doing, right?
He spits on the ground and like, all right, just give me a shovel.
Got any ideas for traps?
I'm a hunter, not a trapper. I shoot. I don't dig.
I mean, y'all had that really cool idea with the powder keg.
That's a special sect of goblin. Those are specifically chosen. I didn't make the cut.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, they got blown into little bitty pieces.
And an honorable death it was.
It was a very spectacular way to go out. I'll give him that. And Asher will give a little chuckle, like he's trying to joke with the guy.
He goes out to the fields after you point where he wants you to dig, or where you want him to dig, and he begins to dig and follow your orders.
All right. That's all I'm doing.
Number 2.
All right, team. So that's all you're doing are ditches with punji sticks.
Yeah, we're digging the holes and making, like, you know, the shit they made in Vietnam, you know?
Yeah,
Covering
yeah, I know
back
what you're talking
up
about.
and- yeah.
So, you know, shaving down punji sticks and digging ditches, you only have about 10 or so hours to complete this. You can get up to 5 pits with sticks in them.
Okay. Like, how big of the pits are they?
Let's
like
just
little
say
5-foot
5-foot
holes?
squares. Yeah, 5-foot squares.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. Go ahead.
I'm going to use my 2 for second level spell slots to cast into my rings of spell storing.
Okay.
And then take a short rest to refill them with 2 shatters.
Okay. Thalia, you were digging, right?
Yep.
What about you, Eustace?
Are there any jars or containers in the house?
Most likely.
I'm going to. Can I cast grease in them and basically make them Molotov cocktails, essentially?
Yeah, yeah, you could, but it's gonna burn differently than Molotov cocktails. It's not the same chemical compounds, but yes, as far as the effect you're going for, it would act very similar to that of a Molotov cocktail.
Grease. It's a level 1 spell, so I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If I cast a spell 3 times, how many can I make, depending on how many containers I can find in the house?
Well, let's just say grease covers a 10 by 10, I believe. Someone keep me honest there. I believe it covers a 10 by 10. Yes, no, thumbs up, thumbs down.
A 10-foot square.
Yeah, 10 foot square, 10 by 10. Yeah. So let's just say 1 jar per square. So you could do 4 jars with 1 grease.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it 3 times, and then I'm going to. So I'll have 3, and then I'll arcane recovery the spell slots back.
Okay, I'll let it happen. So how many jars altogether? Oh, actually, I'll tell you how many jars are in the house as I lose my earpiece. Zoe, if you're gonna listen in, you gotta follow me. There are only 7 jars in the house.
All right, I'm gonna take the 3 best ones, and that's all I'm gonna do. Just
Okay,
3.
just 3. Got it. All right, guys. Anybody else? Last minute things you want to prep for before we get this going?
No, Kane will drink his strength potion, but that's after the digging of the pits and everything, and just be waiting.
All right. Okay.
Dillinger just kind of
I'm gonna
find a
pre-place
tree to sit in.
I need to pre-place those bottles too on the map. So I'm gonna ignite them with firebolts, more than likely.
Okay. You pre-place them, and we don't necessarily need a map at this point, but I'm gonna say you strategically pre-place them. So when it applies, if it applies, we will address that. And Dillinger, I heard you talking.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say I guess find a tree to kind of fly up into and all stuff, just kind of perch and wait with his bow, and that's about it.
Okay. There is a tree next to the house, about 20, 30 feet away, but it's a perch.
That works.
Okay.
Once I'm done building the pits, I would probably, once it gets closer, I could take up a position on top of the roof, and we'll figure out what we're gonna do with the goblin and stuff.
Did he help dig pits?
Yeah.
Tell him to get the fuck out of here because it's about to get real.
I'll ask him if he wants to leave or does he want to stay and fight and possibly die with glory.
What did we do with the
The lizard is still tied up in the back of the cart because it's grumpy and I'm not dealing with it.
Shove it in the back bedroom.
slit throat.
Slit whose throat?
Lizard man.
I'm not doing that. Someone else can, but I'm not.
I'm asking, would you like me to? Bigger problem if he's released and attack us with Hag, as you call her.
All right. So, are you? I'm sorry. Do you want to? Anyone want to talk about that lizard concept that he's talking about right there? So you're asking if anyone wants to slit his throat? Is that correct?
Correct. I'm asking if they want me to.
I'll leave that up to the group.
Might end up being useful. Still tied up. Who knows?
Take to house.
Take to house, lock it in the back, shut it in the back room, and pray to God it doesn't get loose.
Kind of just put it on my shoulder. Fireman's carrying it.
Thalia, I think you're muted.
Nope, it's fine.
Hey, it's muzzled and stuff.
All right, guys. So, I need you to tell me every detail of where you guys are located currently as you wait.
I am at the forefront, as far as I can.
I mean, for reference, and I'm not saying that this is a battle map, but I want this to be a reference point. So, shit. Please hold. Oh no, did it erase my fucking thingy? It did, you whore.
Hey, don't talk about my mom like that.
Please hold. Shit.
Oh yeah, what were you thinking we should have done with the lizard?
Me?
No,
So,
I'm asking Caleb.
I don't care. I don't care about the lizard.
Okay, I mean, you seemed like you want to say something.
No, I was reacting because I may or may not be playing Elden Ring a little bit.
No.
Okay. So while we're over here trying to strategize about,
I was
this battle
listening
we're about
in
to
and
go
I was
into,
digging punchy
you're playing
sticks. I was
Elden
paying
Ring.
attention. I just
I got what's going on.
Is our goblin friend staying to fight, or did he fuck off?
He's still just hanging out. And you know what? I'll put a goblin token on the map, Asher, if you want to place him. I'm cool with that. Let me find a...
I'll have him up on the roof with me. He's my security up there, so I can keep an eye on him.
You're so getting stabbed.
He doesn't have
goblin.
a weapon. I didn't give him a weapon.
Here, you can place him where you want him.
You may not have given him a weapon, but he's going to see that boot knife on you.
And once again, this is not a battle map. This is just telling me where y'all are. That's all.
I am currently sitting, trying to hide in the tree that's apparently like 20, 30 feet away from the house.
I'm on the roof, and I'm gonna tell the goblin to just get the fuck out of here. He's done enough.
He will not even say goodbye and haul ass.
All right.
All right, Goblin is gone. All right, so since everyone is placed on the map, Kane. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know that I am.
Let me grab your token for you. I'd hate for you to have to minimize your game.
No, I'm here. I don't know exactly. Where's the cart at? Is this the cart?
Yeah, that's the cart.
Okay. That's where I wanted to be. I was waiting for everybody else to kind of get themselves situated. I'm gonna.
Gotcha.
No, you were too busy playing Elden.
It's all good.
No.
For the goat, because I don't want us to lose another goat before we get all set up. Should we have it and Carl somewhere like in cover or something? Like behind the house, maybe?
Oh, Carl's already in the house. He's a lover, not a fighter.
Do what? No.
Carl to get on the goat and get the fuck out of here.
Well, we
right
don't
now.
be, like attacked all without us around. But what do we do with Carl and the goat?
Should I just go in the house? Can we protect the house? I mean, it could catch fire in a fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, is the house catches on fire with them strapped inside. So that's what I was saying, like, have them just hiding somewhere, like, near the house, like, with the cart between them and, like, between the cart and the house.
Yeah, I'd say tell Carl to get on the cart to get the goat. Like, come. There's about to be fighting. We don't need y'all. Need you here right now.
Yeah.
Does he know how to drive a cart?
Ask him.
Carl, do you
Pretty
know how
sure-
to drive a cart?
I mean, I've seen it done.
Can you drive the cart?
Where do you want me to drive it to?
Which way were we heading?
Yeah, that way, like 2 miles.
But
My only concern is he's going to get ambushed without us if he goes on the road by possibly the hag or whatever she's bringing.
Behind house.
That's what I'm saying. We make like a little L shape, but like we do wagon, goat, Carl, house. That way they have cover.
Yeah. You know, I'm about to handle the lizard folk. Who here speaks Draconic?
Me.
Fuck it. Thalia, come. I'm about to take care of this lizard folk. Come with me.
Alright, I follow.
you get to the back of the cart, the lizard, once again, he's just staring at you guys.
Thalia, tell the lizard folk that something's coming to get us, and it should run. We're gonna let it go.
Lizard. We are going to be ambushed. If you stay, you will be probably killed.
Let them know it's a hag too.
If you run, we will let you leave unscathed. But if we ever see you again, I personally will dispatch you.
I don't understand what she's saying, so I don't give. But she's also probably saying what we
He's
do
still
to her.
gagged, isn't he? He's still gagged.
Yeah, he's bound and gagged.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, do you understand?
He's just staring at you.
Fine, he can just sit there and die. Whatever. I'm gonna say to Asher, he doesn't seem to give a shit, so I'm just gonna leave him there.
Kane, not me.
Oh, Kane.
Yeah.
Kane.
Well,
He doesn't seem to give a
Do
shit.
you think we should probably untie its mouth to see what it has to say?
I asked him a yes or no question, and if he...
I will go untie its mouth. I understand it's probably gonna snap at me. I really don't give a shit right now.
You untie his mouth.
What is
And
it?
then he lost a hand and an ear.
I mean, you don't untie it stupidly. You know, you untie it, you pull it
Yeah,
away
I
quick.
understand.
And the creature's just sitting there looking at you.
You did
Yeah.
catch that I said it in Draconic, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Does it have anything to say?
It seems to be remaining silent for the moment.
Fuck it, I'm tying its mouth back up. It ain't
Yeah,
gonna run. It's
exactly.
gonna
See?
try and help her.
See, that's what I told you, but you didn't want to listen to me.
What's your AC?
17.
With a 16, unfortunately, doesn't get it as you pull your hand away and you hold him down to tie him off.
Yep, that's what I thought. You had your chance. Alright, leave him back there for all I care. The hag can have him.
I'm glad we both came to the same conclusion.
You gave it a chance!
Alright,
All right, guys.
let's get ready for this fight. Fuck this thing up.
It's about middle of the day afternoon. Partly cloudy. Occasionally the sun drifting behind clouds casts shadows. The
So
wind
it's
is...
like after 3 o'clock.
It's like noonish.
Okay.
Kane,
Yeah?
you hear the following. Your time's up. Where's
Yeah.
my offering?
Why don't you come and get it, you bitch?
Oh.
Kane, as you say that, you feel something warm on the side of your face. and it seems to like trickle down.
I check my face.
Which side?
The side where my ear was cut.
You touch it and you feel liquid. You look at it, and it's blood and pus.
Ugh.
Yeah, good shit.
Hey, Asher,
Yeah, I'm up on the roof.
am I bleeding out of the side my ear was cut on?
I look down.
The
What do I
answer's
see?
the answer's yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's trickling out of the ear hole itself.
Eustace is gonna pop a mage armor.
I think she's done with us. She's coming. She's on her way. She said the time was up.
In the middle of that sentence, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. $14.
You feel an immense sharp pain in your side. It's sharp enough that you bend. You definitely feel like you've just been ran through with a sword. You look down at your clothing and see it to start to soak up in crimson.
Yep.
Roll me a d6.
Do I see this happening?
Oh, you see him. I'm pretty sure he's not quiet about it either. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Well, do I see the crimson happening?
Oh yeah, you would see him bleeding. You would see him, everything that I've explained. I mean, he is kind of out in the open front and center, so everyone has a clear shot of this. As you see him hold his side and kind of twist the side a little bit like he got stabbed.
I'm gonna run over and What are you at, Kane? Is your health bar reflective of your actual health?
Yeah.
I'm gonna heal you 6 from lay on hands.
You heal him 6. The bleeding on his side has subsided a bit. It's still bleeding. In fact, as you kind of look at the wound, as you lay your hands on it, it begins to close, right? Magically. But then you start to see it almost literally ripping back open. Even though you heal, the wound doesn't seem to close.
Oh.
Do I know whether that's something that a stronger heal would fix, or is that just the result of the magic that's being used on him?
It seems like that whatever is doing this, it doesn't seem to be made from something physical. I mean, that's really all I can give you with that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is definitely weird.
I'm gonna stay by his side.
Okay. Anybody else want to toss in an action or something?
I'm just gonna. Asher's scanning around from the rooftop to see if he sees anything.
Sure. Give me perception checks.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
26.
Wow. With a 26.
Plus 9 to perception.
In some of the wheat, you see the wheat kind of very similar to what we said last week, where the guy, where you saw them moving around, like something's moving around in the high wheat. You kind of get a similar effect. But whatever it is, it's not as tall as the wheat itself. And something seems to be moving around out there.
If I can see where it's moving at, I'm going to try and shoot an arrow at it.
Sure. You know what? Just for sake of argument, we will just say it is, you see something moving around right where this white X is. And go ahead and fire your arrow with disadvantage, please, because you're practically blind firing.
Okay.
Oh my God. You hear your arrow sink into the brush. I'll leave it at that.
I'm gonna send Eric up in the air too to fly around the
Sure.
tall grass and just circle us around.
I holler out that there's movement in the grass as I fire.
Absolutely. And as Eric is in the air, you would also see, like, bird's eye view of something, walking and stumbling. It seems to be a very zigzag pattern. It doesn't seem to be a straight walk. And it seems to be making its way closer to the where you guys are.
Is this an accurate battle map?
I mean, I didn't plan to, but it seems like it's turning into one.
Okay. So.
Pardon me.
All right. I got nothing else.
Does Dillinger see anything?
He would have seen Asher fire into there, and then I guess using that as kind of a guide, it's within reason to say that he would be able to spot the divot in the high grass. Sure.
Okay. I guess I'll send like Tente over there as there's Tente's the familiar I have.
Yep.
I guess I'll have her kind of move. Fuck. I know Frog has it somewhere in the PM chat. Is the stat sheet? I don't know offhand.
I'll find it. But continue.
Yeah. But I'd have Tente kind of start weaving through the grass like stealthily, over towards it to see what it is.
Is it the shadow spirit?
No, it's Inkling mascot. Give me a second. I just found out. Resend it.
I got it. It has 10 feet on the ground. Apparently, it hovers for 30 feet flying.
Yep. Yeah, so she'd kind of fly over and just kind of start weaving through the grass, stealthily.
Okay.
And to basically kind of using it like any other familiar to kind of see what's there.
Yep. Absolutely. And you would see basically everything you could see from that angle. Just the high grass that seems to be moving around, and it seems to be in a very chaotic pattern. And that's everybody when... Grognar, you didn't go yet.
Oh god, that's a very scary spot for you to be. That is not crusading range. Let me just tell you.
That is not the Spanish Inquisition we need, good sir.
Yeah. It's very hard to lay
Ragnar
my hands
has
on
his
you.
sword and shield out. Long sword and shield.
Okay. Well, that's all you want
Ready
to do?
hit him, motherfucker. Yep. Ready in an action, actually, to strike.
All right, Kane.
If it's hostile.
Kane, you're the only one that didn't make an action or anything after you've been magically stabbed. What are you going to do?
Let's see. What can I do?
What if it was just a rogue with like a nat 20 stealth that just came up and shanked me? I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, guys, before we get started into the actual fight.
Can we change the map real quick too? Because we made some changes to it.
What map?
The one we're playing on right now.
What changes do you want?
Did you see the triangle roof?
Yeah.
Just delete it, because it's an overhead view. And then obviously redraw the square cabin.
Yeah, there's that, and then also if this is going to be the actual battle map, we have the punji traps that we will have laid out to displace along with those surprise Molotov bombs that I think Fate was wanting to place out.
The goat would be behind the wagon as well, Fate.
Doesn't gotta be perfect.
Looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, and I'm just on the roof.
Yeah, I have 3, so I would have put them probably center, left, and right.
Yeah, and then I don't know where I would have. I got to do what, 10 punji pits?
So if you go to the pen tool, Fate, you should be able to draw where your locations are or where you want them to be. And then Asher, if you want to draw where your traps are, that's fine too.
Okay.
So the greens are going to be where your jars are?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, I'm here.
I'm just screwing out. I was like, Hey, how about we stop playing games and get this over with?
As you wish. Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
God.
Dirty 20.
You feel your insides. Like, you ever eat so fast that your stomach feels like it's going to blow up?
Yeah.
That's what you're feeling right now, but nothing happens. All right. Next, the X moves a little bit closer, and it breaks through the tree line. And what you see, the tree line, the high grass, and what you see, Grog, in front of you
Goblin.
is a goblin holding its stomach. It has an arrow in his upper chest region. And you see he's struggling to breathe, and he's struggling to walk. And as he looks up at you, Grognar, don't move yet. As he looks up at you, Grognar, you see his eyes are covered in blood, as if he's crying blood. And it seems to drip with every step he takes as he looks up at you. Familiar with this goblin, you recognize Headiga.
Fuck.
Okay. She's... Oh, this is a curse. This is a really bad curse.
Grognar, what do you want to
I
do?
just got disconnected from roll 20. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I see that.
Okay.
So, wait, if we hit the
I just got
goblin-
connected from the tabletop.
Ah, shit, don't tell me it's about to crash.
Same.
You
Yeah, I just got
mother
disconnected.
flipper nutter dutter mutter shutter.
Nah, it says you're playing tabletop. It just had a quick reset.
This happened yesterday too. Steam has been really fucked lately. Yeah, Fate, you're getting disconnected now. I'm just gonna shut down tabletop and reload it real quick here to get through Steam. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Steam does that.
No, you're good, Frog.
But we could still theory to mind it since you know what we're looking at here. So Grognar, you're the one that would see everything clearly first, as you were the closest.
I'm sorry, my friend. You are no longer what you once were. May Karam have mercy on you.
So much edge.
Sun is so cringe.
Shut the hell up.
All right, tables
We
back
used to
up,
make the
guys.
same jokes about Asher, so.
You couldn't understand any of it anyways. It's in Orcish, and I'm like
The-
60 feet from you.
The only way to get more edgy is to throw in some railroad tracks.
So, you say that, Grognar. Are you going to do anything, or are you just leaving it with?
I'm sheathing my sword and blasting it twice.
Oh, you're blasting it twice. Okay. Roll.
21 and an 8.
The 21 would smack dead center of this creature, this goblin.
6 damage.
6
Krog,
damage.
let us know when
Yep,
you get
it's up.
back into tabletop. Oh, okay, cool.
It's not being very responsive.
As you hit this creature, the energy from your Eldritch Blast sinks into its body, and as it looks like it's getting ready to like explode, like you put it in the microwave, you know, it goes and it shatters. These 3 kind of gooey masses bounce out of its body under your pressure of your blast, and it lands in 3 random locations. Location number 1 is right here. Location number 2 is right here. And location number 3 is right there. It's literally like melted goblin flesh that's shattered, and they're pulsating. And with every pulsation, they get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Eventually, having watched all of this going on, damn it, you guys got disconnected again?
Damn.
I'm good.
I'm still here.
I'm still trying to get back in.
Yeah,
it
it
keeps
never fully
disconnecting
loaded
me
in.
as I get back in.
Yeah, it was running really slow for me.
I actually had to, like, back when you first got on, apparently I had to end the task and reload everything.
Yeah, I had to force quit tabletop to get it to work this time.
As these creatures, and I'll just, I'll stall a little bit while you guys do that, begin to form, you start to see them start to form humanoid-like bodies. And they grow, turning into these fucking things.
Oh boy, I can't wait to
And
see 'em
someone
when I get
describe
there.
it for me, please.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You ever seen the most horrible monster in your life?
A gibbering mouth.
I doubt my mother is in this.
They look like trolls.
They kind of look like your mother.
They legitimately kind of look like the cave trolls from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Except
That's
with
not
big
that bad.
ears and like
Yeah,
a giant
oh.
underbody.
Really big underbite, but body structure.
Okay.
God damn it.
That'll take us into initiative, guys.
Damn it.
Okay.
It's not working.
Okay, initiative
I
for
can't
me,
get in.
and initiative for Dillinger. Dillinger got a 22, which is with a natural 20.
I'll have a +7 to initiative, and I got a fucking 9.
Hey, we both got a 9.
Yeah. Let me
What's your dex?
Y'all are the mighty
It's a
nine.
it's a +2. Trust me, you want it.
Yeah, my dex is a +4. I go before you.
I prefer Vax Machina. Let me in.
I never watched campaign 1, but campaign 3 is pretty good.
I've been enjoying it.
Campaign 1.
Are you guys still struggling to get in?
I am,
Ah.
yeah.
Can someone stream it, please?
Someone is streaming it. Or
Grog
was.
was, but he's one of the ones who can't get in.
Alright,
I'll
I
see if
got it.
can.
I got it.
Literally, like, the past 3 days, Steam has been really weird. I don't know why. Like, I get disconnected from Steam every once in a while lately.
Alright, I got it up.
I have a visual from Fate's perspective.
I don't know whose mine is, but yeah, I'll go with it.
All right, guys. Everyone got their initiative modifiers loaded up?
Yeah. No, I'm still trying to do mine.
Allegedly.
What's your
You're gonna
initiative,
have to-
Talia?
3!
Okay, I got it.
Dillinger, you need me to put yours in?
I mean, I'm still driving for another hour.
Alright.
Wait a minute. Let's see. Is it working? Tabletop?
You there, buddy?
You want to load for me? No? Okay. Okay.
Hold on, I'm making sure. I'm restarting Steam.
It loaded!
Okay,
coming,
then I
hold
don't
on.
need help, Ragnar.
Hang on. I'm coming.
Wow!
Coming.
No, Kane, you're in the thing, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Hey,
Are you
Steve,
the one pulling with? Are
I
you the
was-
one pulling with my mini?
Yeah, I was trying to make sure everyone's initiative was up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fate,
No,
can
I'm
you
here.
zoom in to one of the monsters? I just want to look at it.
Hey, whoops.
That's a pretty fucking ugly thing right there, yeah. Thank you, Fate.
And you said my positioning was bad. Get surrounded
You
by
see
all
a
three of them.
tree fall into the map.
Yep. Frog is building a battle map right now.
We
Okay.
appreciate you, Frog.
Frog, I love you.
Yes.
You're my hero.
Take such good care of us.
I need a hero.
Yeah, as you can
Yeah,
tell,
so-
I didn't plan for you guys to fucking hold out on this farm.
Well, you gave us 24 hours and we're like,
Yeah,
We had 14 hours.
I had a plan, but then I was like, you know what, that'll be too far-fetched, so I went with this. All right, is everyone good to go? We gonna get this? We're running out of time. I want to make sure we at least finish this combat.
I'm ready. I'm
ready.
good to go on Fate's
I'm
stream
ready.
right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to continue to try to get into tabletop.
All right, cool. Here we go. We're going to be rolling initiative in 3, 2, 1. All right, Dillinger, watching from the treetops, or treetop, you see these hulking, massive, large creatures just, once again, they're growing from this melted cesspool of goblin flesh, and they begin to grow. Their eyes glow beady red. You're first, Dillinger.
Yep. Whatever the closest one is to, I'll pop off with the longbow twice.
Pick one, 3 or 2, because they're both basically equidistant from you.
We'll go for 3
Okay.
because 3's a company.
I get it.
What are you attacking with, Dylan?
It'd be the longbow.
Packed weapon?
Yep.
Do you have 1 attack or 2?
2. Pop it twice.
The 10 does not make purchase. However, the 25 slides into this creature's flesh.
6 piercing.
6 piercing damage. All right. Let me update that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, would that be your turn?
The only other thing is I would have Tente as a bonus action move to just like the edge of the wheat fields, so she's still in it, but right there at the edge.
Got it. Would that be your go?
Yep, that's it.
All right, Eustace, you're up.
All right, which one did this? I just see an arrow land into.
The 3. The one over here.
I'm going to. That wouldn't make sense. I'm going to slide over. I'm gonna fireball 2.
All right, get it.
Or no, firebolt.
Firebolt. All right, you got it.
A 21 for 11.
As your firebolt slams into this creature, it hardly makes any sound as it just kind of starts to singe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Then I'm gonna go inside and scoot around the corner.
You got it. Kane. You're going to
Kane
start
will-
off, Kane, by making a Constitution saving throw.
Oh joy. Is this? I'm guessing this is gonna be a theme throughout the
Every
entire-
single round of combat, you'll be making a con save to start. Roll me a d6.
All right.
For 4
4.
piercing damage, you feel enter under your floating rib. Ah! And it hurts. It almost takes the breath out of you.
Okay. Well, Kane's gonna
Can I speak as a free action?
Well, let him make his turn first, but yes, you can.
I just want to tell Kane to stay by me.
Okay. Well, Kane's gonna move right, kind of stick next to Thalia. He's gonna fire his hand crossbow at the thing.
Get it.
All right. Yeah, stop that. Well, his heavy crossbow, my bad. 18.
An 18 slams right into this creature. It thunks in, and once again, it doesn't pay much mind to it.
Firing again. Another 18.
Another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got it. Would that be your turn?
That'll be my turn.
All right. The troll creature looking thing that you just slammed on. We'll close the gap. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Zoe, which one should I hit? Kane or Thalia?
Kane.
Kane? Okay.
Oh, what did I ever do to you?
Well,
You see its hands. Actually, you know what? Let me turn on my camera for this.
Rolls a natural 20. This shows the look on his face.
No. I haven't rolled anything yet. And of course, my camera. I gotta buy a new camera. I just bought a new video card, and I gotta buy a new fucking camera.
Frog's taking this whole frog thing seriously. He just turns into Kermit.
All right, so
Hey, Zoe.
this creature literally goes, and you just see blades coming out of its fingertips, and it goes 3 slashes at Kane in succession.
Okay.
A 26, a 12, and an 8.
Well, one of those hit.
The
On
last
the one that hits, I want to use my interception fighting style to reduce the damage.
Absolutely. By how much?
9.
9. This, you know what? How do you intercept it? What does it look like?
I'd love to cut its arm off, just like catch it
Okay.
in an upward strike, but no, I can't. I don't think I can.
No, it's cool. I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. As it kind of. Have you ever played fuck, what's the game? The Shadow of Mordor.
No, I play good games.
I understand. There are some cool aesthetics. There are some cool aesthetics in that game.
Okay.
So when you get brought down, you kind of like get put into like the stun lock phase, and you have to do a quick time event to get out of it.
Sure.
And then if you make it, you kind of like jump up and catch it in this really, really cool like slow-mo style move that completely deflects the thing.
Sure.
I just want to kind of like catch it up like that.
Absolutely. And its arm plop, plop on the ground, and it begins to literally melt almost instantly into the ground.
All right.
All right. It kind of reels back, missing one more like this.
Do you have your camera on? I cannot see you.
You can't see me. Nobody can see me.
I can see you, Frog.
Oh, okay. I see you now.
Yay, pretty me. Troll number 3. We're just gonna call them trolls. Troll number 3. The arrow that's in his chest right now, you see it push out onto the floor. And it kind of just literally, like the body just pushed the arrow out naturally. And then it's going to move. What's the movement on this bitch? Okay, can I do that? Can I do that? You know what it's going to do? It's going to dash to the tree. And that'll be its turn. Then troll number 1. Oh, yeah. You know what troll number 1's going to do. Actually, it's got 5 more feet. It's going to go right here. And it's going to...
Wait. Hold on. Is that gonna be flanking me?
No,
God.
nah, not officially. If it was over here, then yes, but no.
Oh my god.
The next turn, it'll probably be a flank. And it will also attempt to scratch at you 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! A 20, a 24, and a 13.
A 20, a 24, and a 13.
Correct.
Do I want to cast shield? Till the start of my next turn. Sure. We'll cast. No, I don't want to do it yet. Okay, I'm not gonna do it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm catching some hands. Two
catch
that are above 20.
2 hands. The first slash just slices. Literally, it's almost like it cuts through your armor like butter. and you feel the claws just dig into you for 10 on the first one. 10 slashing. The second one rakes across an open mark here on your neck area. It slashes across your neck a little bit. Well, a lot. For 15.
Oh, that hurt.
25 damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Legitimate.
28.
I'll even do you one better. I'll link it to you.
23. Oh. Okay.
And that would be the end of troll number 1.
Whoops, wrong one. Where were
Let's,
you at, Kane?
Huh?
What were you at, Kane? I fucked with your health because I'm trying to hit mine.
My health hasn't changed. Your health
I
hasn't
fucked
changed.
with your health by trying to hit my minus button. Thank you. I don't know what your health is.
My health is still the same as it was on my character. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It hasn't changed on my screen.
All right.
It was at 51.
Okay, I fixed it then.
awesome.
All right.
Wow, you got rendered to half already. Holy fuck. All right, so that takes us to Asher.
I love levels.
While you're on the roof, Asher, you look down and you just see Thalia take a massive slice.
Yeah, I am gonna cast first off Hunter's Mark on that troll that just attacked her.
Absolutely.
That is troll 1.
Okay.
Boom, I just linked it in chat.
I'm
That's
just gonna
my
put
bonus action.
I'm gonna put
and
HM
then-
in his name for Hunter's Mark.
Okay. And now I'm gonna attack it 3 times. First attack with my longbow. Does a 22 hit?
Absolutely.
All right, let's roll some damage.
Can you link Dread Ambusher for me real quick?
Yeah.
I
And-
think Dread Ambusher, we haven't need to not have attacked yet.
That's what I'm trying to verify before I say anything.
No. It says at the start of your first turn of each combat, your walking speed is 10 feet, increases by 10 feet. If you take the attack action on that turn, you can make 1 additional weapon attack as part of that action.
All right, cool.
That attack hits, the target takes an
I'm
extra
trying to think. There's
1d8 damage.
definitely a feat where I think it's for the assassin. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, you're thinking of the assassin's
All right,
feat.
cool. Then disregard. Yeah. So the first hit absolutely sinks in for 9.
Plus a d6.
Okay.
So 10 damage on that first hit.
Got it.
And then now my next one, a 24
Absolutely makes purchase.
for the 8 plus... So 20 damage on that hit. Is the troll still standing?
Oh yeah. Plenty.
Alright. Alright. So third hit then going into it. Or third attack. Another 24.
Jesus Christ, where's all this damage coming from?
9 damage plus a d6. 13.
So you're telling me you just did over about 64 damage?
Yeah, with my longbow does a d8. Hunter's Mark does a d6 every time I attack it. And then with Dread Ambusher, my second attack deals an additional d8, plus still the d6 from Hunter's Mark.
That's disgusting.
And then the third attack has all 3 attacks have Hunter's Mark on
That's
it every
disgusting.
round of combat.
All right, that creature takes 3 massive piercing damages
telling me?
into its body. It's bleeding in locations, and kind of looks over his shoulder and looks at you on the roof.
I give it the
You're gonna stand there and have done me half my health, and then you're gonna say, "Man, that's disgusting. You did too much damage."
Dude, how much damage was that total? A lot.
A bunch, a whole bunch. Would that be your turn, Ash?
Yeah, because I don't want to move from my spot. So yeah, that's my turn.
All right, that takes us to Grog.
If, 5 by my count, Asher.
If you're talking, Grog, I can't hear you.
Forgot I was muted on my headset. As I'm going to need this, bringing the 10-foot radius, casting Shatter on them using one of the saved shatters in the ring.
Is that a con save for me?
It is indeed for half damage.
A 17 and an 18.
It was 43 damage, Thalia.
That is a square,
both
right?
make-
Or that is a circle, not a square, right?
So they'll take 5 damage.
5 damage as your shatter reaches out with a large kaboom.
5, 10, 15.
And yes, Thalia, Shatter is a 10-foot spear.
Cool. Because I'm like right there.
But yeah, Thalia, it was 43 points of damage in one turn that I just did.
I did 10.
Man, I can't wait to get till I get to level 7.
Would that be your turn, Grog?
Oh, God, you did 5.
No, I did 10 to
Would that be your turn, Grog?
total.
All right, Thalia, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? I couldn't have even casted shield if I wanted to, because I used my reaction to do the other thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna be selfish from here on out, Kane. Sorry.
It's
Um,
okay.
I'm gonna try to hit Troll 1 here.
Sure.
With a longsword attack.
Get it.
Great.
3d6.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
It's been a while since I've gotten it.
Ooh, that's a
15.
number you don't see. I get an opportunity attack.
Oh my god.
As you fumble your shit, this creature kind of grabs you by your wrist temporarily and tries to bite you with his opportunity attack.
At what point can I use my reaction? Can I wait until I
You can
see
use
if
it
it hits
now.
or not?
It's your turn. You can use it.
Well, can I see if it hits or not first, or
Oh, it hits.
I'm gonna cast shield.
Okay. What does shield make your AC? Because I rolled a 24.
Makes it a 23.
Plus 5.
Yeah, don't you have 20 AC?
No,
You
I
got
have
full
18.
plate?
I have 18.
So you're at
Oh,
23.
it's the shield.
Sadly, it still bites. But you have shield for the rest of the turn.
Yeah. Great.
You have shield to the start of your next turn.
Yeah,
Think about that.
The bite's not that bad. The bite sinks into you for only 10.
Yeah, only 10. Great.
It literally crunches down on your armor, and you just feel your armor bend and just start to crush into you.
Ow.
Do I need to move my mini so you can do your whole?
I got it.
You could just rotate it, and then it should work.
I did it. It's fine. Calm
I-
down,
I-
guys. It's all good. It ain't no thing.
Would that be your turn, or do you wish to move?
Yeah. Oh wait. You know what? Since I don't think I'm gonna last much longer, I'm gonna action surge here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try another attack. That looks better.
That hits.
Thank
Don't you get 2 attacks? No, that's right.
I'm smiting that fucking shit.
Sure. Get it.
So that's 9, 18 damage, half of it radiant.
18 damage. Holy guacamole. As you bash into this creature and your god just lightens up the blade and ching, like a big flash of light, like a flashbang goes off as you sear a cut across its chest. As you sear a cut across its chest, it doesn't bleed, and it looks like the wound is slowly trying to close.
Okay.
Would that be your turn?
Yep.
All right, Dillinger, top of the round, buddy.
So I have the one I shot at the base of the tree, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You're basically like maybe 10 to 15 feet above him in the tree.
So I'm just gonna go fly over towards the field from him,
Okay.
and just kind of like soar back, from, and then once over kind of by the field, I guess I'll just sit like 10 feet up.
Okay.
How
But,
high off the ground are you?
That's what I said, 10 feet up off the ground.
10 feet. Okay.
So, are you doing a
Um,
dash action, or are you just doing regular flight?
Regular flight that way.
All right.
So just my full
So
movement
you'd
over
be
there.
you'd be right here.
I have yeah, I got 30 foot of flight.
Well, actually,
and
I,
I'll just
I already
sit, like,
said you were 10 feet. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself here. Give me one moment here. I just want to make sure I'm being accurate. Technically, because you're already in the
Yep.
height, you'd be 10 more feet this way. Now you're good. All right.
Okay. And then I'll take 2 more shots at the bow at it.
Get it.
Yep.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. 2 hits.
16 damage.
16.
All
And
right.
it's about to get hurt some more.
And then as a so it was 16 damage overall for the 2.
Yes.
Okay. As a bonus action, I am going to do the Tentacle of the Deep summon. As a bonus action, I can summon a 10-foot long tentacle at a point I can see within 60 feet of me. I'm choosing next to the troll at the tree. When it comes, it lasts for up to a minute. And then when it comes in on the summon, it can do 1 attack. One second. I have it on the sheet there if Grog wants to read its attack. I know it's a D8 damage, cold
Are you
damage.
talking about Shaman's Shadow Spawn?
Not Shadow Spawn, the Tentacle of the Deep. It's literally the Warlock class feature I have.
There it is.
10-foot
Yeah.
long tentacle. You can see 60 feet of your tentacle lasts 1 minute or until it's featured. Yeah, when you create a tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against one of the creatures 10 feet from it. On a hit, target takes a d8 cold damage. The speed is reduced by 10. So your next turn, you reach 10. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack. It'll be based off your spell attack, it says here. So, Grog.
So that would be my charisma.
Yeah, so why don't you roll a spell attack for him real quick there, Grog?
Alrighty.
Oh my god. Roll your damage. A d8, I believe, of cold.
Yep. Yes, sir. And his movement is reduced by 10 feet.
Got it. Would that be your turn?
Yep.
You guys are incredible. Eustace, you're up.
All right. So I send the big boom on these. No, they're not ready for that. I'm gonna pop out the door and I'm gonna firebolt, firebolt troll 1.
Troll 1, get it.
20 for 14.
Would that be your turn?
Yeah, and I'm gonna skedaddle back inside and around the corner.
You got it. That takes us to Kane. Constitution saving throw, Kane.
Yep. 13.
That's not what I'm looking for. Roll me a d6 as another invisible blade enters your body for another 6 points of damage. You are bleeding from like 3 to 4 different locations.
Okay. Kane's gonna activate the hex and put it on as a bonus action and put it on troll number 3. Hexing his strength.
What's your range on it on Hex? 60?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. I'm just writing Hex down now. Okay.
I meant to put that in chat just in case. Then Kane's gonna use Green Flame Blade on the troll.
Okay, get it.
Oh, sorry. Let me do my attack roll. And a crit!
Wowzers. Wowzers.
What's the yellow outline on the map?
That means I get
Yellow.
all right.
There's like something yellow around the fucking thing, and if I look to the side, I can see that Troll 1 has a red border around him, but if I look from inside, I can't see it.
Yeah.
It means you right-clicked on the map.
So Hex will
How
give
do I
me
unright-click on
2d6. I'll get 2d6 necrotic hex damage on Troll
go.
3. And I'll get an extra 2d8 flame damage on Troll number 3. And
Holy shit.
let's see.
Well, you attacked troll number 2, not troll number 3, right?
I thought troll number 3 was the one in front of me.
Negative. Troll number 3 is one by the
Troll
tree.
number 2 is the one I meant.
Oh, okay. That's why I was asking the range question for before. Okay. Let me change that 1 second.
Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. I was looking at my character sheet, not.
It's all good. No worries. No worries.
Uh,
I think Thalia's gonna drop this turn, guys.
and actually, it would troll number 1 be considered adjacent?
Yeah,
to troll
absolutely is.
number 2? Okay, so it should take what? How much fire damage does that take? Because Green Flame Blade.
It's 1d8 plus your modifier, I think, for a bounce past out 5.
No,
Yeah.
Oh, you're level 5s? So yeah, it'd be a D8 plus mod, I think. At 5th level, the melee deals an extra 1d8 fire. Yeah. And the fire damage to the second creatures increase a D8 plus your spellcasting ability mod. Yep, so just a D8 plus your mod.
Okay, so and my critical won't change that, correct?
Your critical only doubles dice roll, so it would be 2d8
So
plus your mod.
Okay, well my mod's -1, so it's gonna take a -1 from this 2d8. 12 damage. 12 damage.
Okay, and then how much was the first troll?
The first troll took 9,
26.
12.
26. Amazing, guys. Fucking amazing. As your blade sinks into the first troll-like creature, the fire, the green flame, jumps to the adjacent, and it swirls around. Kane, how does troll number 1 die?
The fire just engulfs it, and you see it burn out its eyes as its body just becomes immolated in the green flame.
The creature doesn't even scream. It just melts into the ground while on fire. Incredible. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that is my turn.
All right. Starting with number 2. All right. What is he going to do? That really hurt Kane.
You might have saved Thalia's
I
life,
have no
Kane.
sympathy for you, Frog, whatsoever.
No, it's all good. I have learned a very valuable lesson this week. Very valuable lesson is that you guys are getting stronger. And I need to start turning it up a notch.
Do you, though?
So...
You're gonna be, like, one-shotting me soon.
You know, roll a better character.
You don't have to-
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I have to say, I think I made a mistake in trying to diversify because I'm trying to do charisma for my paladin smites. I'm trying to do wisdom for animal handling. I'm trying to do strength for flat damage. And I'm trying to do constitution so that I at least have some health. And I ended up screwing my dexterity, which ends up affecting my armor class a little too much.
There's also another thing that's nerfing you that I've been wanting to address for a while, but we'll let that happen naturally. Don't worry,
Okay.
I got you covered. But it's in the pipe. Nevertheless, yeah. Zoe, do I want to kill Kane or do I want to kill Thalia?
Kane,
Kane? Okay.
saving you.
That is the voice of the Red Knight right there, influencing that troll to not hit me.
You're welcome.
Kane.
You don't have to use the word kill, though.
Kane.
That's funny.
A 19 and a 20. And the third attack was an 8.
That one missed.
The other 2 sink in.
Okay. How bad is it?
It's pretty bad.
Both of them
I'm not-
combined slash you pretty decent for another 20 damage.
Okay, that. I take
What?
20 damage.
I can't say anything. I did 43 points of damage.
You need to do that like 2 more times, and then
The troll would then begin to. Oh, what's he going to begin to do? You know what? He's going to stand there and take it. The other troll, who has a -10 to its movement, will dash at 40 feet. 30 feet to this, and because he is 10 feet tall, he has his hands and he's pulling himself up onto the roof. He's not on the roof yet, but I'm just going to put him here to represent that he's like practically up. You know what I mean? So on his next turn, he'll be on the roof fully.
Does
Got
the
it.
tentacle get a reaction?
Hell no. No, magical things like that do not get reactions. It's kind of like spiritual weapon. Doesn't have reactions.
Well, I was just wondering because it's considered a summoned beast.
Link it again.
It's not considered anything. It's like there.
So it's a
it's
spiritual
kinda like a
weapon,
beast.
basically.
Yeah, because I could
Okay, never mind.
technically have it and something else out. Because it doesn't take concentration for it.
Retract my
It's-
previous statement.
Can you link it real quick, please? I want to make sure I'm doing the due
Yeah.
diligence properly here.
Tentacle of the Deeps.
When you create a tentacle, you magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes your foes as a bonus action. Blah 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 blah. It lasts for 1 minute. It's. I'm saying it's going to be. It's a spirit. Yeah. I'm thinking it's a spirit weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it in the same pile as I do with spiritual weapon.
Alrighty.
So that creature's done. So, oh yeah, it also does the troll stuffs. Okay, cool. Asher, you see this troll. Basically, you see its nipples and up, pulling itself on the roof.
All right. I see I've got a little bit of time. I'm going to use my bonus action to move my Hunter's Mark to, I think it's Troll 2 that's still alive in front of Kane and Talia.
Correct.
All right. I'm going to move my Hunter's Mark there, and then I'm going to take 2 shots at it.
Get it.
First one is a 16.
A 16 does sink in.
I'm going to use my Piercer feat to reroll that damage,
Get it.
and I just linked the feat.
Yep, no, I got you.
Ah, shit, I got to use it. It was a 5.
It's fine.
But
yeah, I was about to say that was a pretty healthy hit.
I know, I was trying to be greedy.
Got to be in it to win it.
But so 9 damage for the first hit,
Okay.
and then now second attack, a 28,
Yeah, that hits.
almost a crit, for 5 damage plus my d6. So 8 damage. That was 9 and 8, so 15 damage total.
Beautiful.
17.
Or
17.
17, sorry. I don't know where I got 15.
That was subtle.
So
Very
17.
very subtle.
Yeah. And now I'm going to use my movement, and I'm going to move to the edge of the house and jump the fuck off because there's a troll coming up onto the roof.
Absolutely.
So yeah, do I take any fall damage?
Nah, it's only 10 feet. I mean, unless you swan dive. Are you looking to swan dive off?
No, he runs to the edge and then kind of like hops down.
Yeah, I got you.
I know where fall damage starts accumulating.
Anything beyond 10 feet.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
And was that all my movement? Think so. Yeah, I'll just stay there and yell that there's a troll on the roof.
All right, Grog, you're up.
I'll cast Hexblade's Curse on troll number 3.
Okay, what does that do?
Lets me add my proficiency bonus to my damage.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna blast it with Eldritch Blast twice.
get it. An 8 does not do it, but the 19 sure does.
13 force damage. damage.
Boom! As it smacks into this troll, pulling himself up. Would that be your go?
That is indeed.
All right, Thalia, how are you going to try to survive this?
I think she's gonna go down swinging. So she's gonna longsword it.
Woo!
That hits.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Divine Smite.
I had a feeling that was coming. Max, roll on the radiant damage. Give me a grand total, please.
That is 21.
21. Beautiful. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
As you slice into this creature, it literally opens up its rubber skin. You see it for a second, it begins to start to close.
That's all I got.
Did we skip Eustace? No, you shot before. All right, Dillinger.
Yep. Where's Orc 3 in relation to me again? Right? Or Orc 3, sorry. Troll 3?
It
three
is
is dead.
in the process
Oh,
of
never mind.
climbing the side of the house.
You
Okay,
can see it.
Say that again, you're breaking up on my end.
In the process of climbing up the side of the house.
You can see it, and you can shoot.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take 2 shots with the bow at it.
Get it. Oh, yeah, dude, you guys are rolling crazy good today. Go
Why
ahead
am
and
I rolling so good for him, but shit for me?
roll your damage. 18. Amazing. As you bring this guy down to a little bit of a yellow color.
Yep.
Can you move the tentacle?
I can
Yeah,
move
you
it
can.
up to 30 feet as a bonus action, yes.
Okay.
I guess I'll just move it 30 feet to the closest troll. And that would be it.
Can it attack it? I mean, it's
I would have to use another bonus action or an action.
Yeah, you can either move it or have it attack.
Yeah.
okay.
It can only if I summon a new one, I could have it attack, but then that takes up another slot. Or a use.
Gotcha.
Yep. So I'll just move it the 30 feet to wherever the closest one is for now. And that'll be it.
Yep. Are you okay over there?
Me?
I'm sorry.
Not
I
you.
thought I heard my daughter choking.
No.
And you're going to attack it? Go ahead and make it happen.
He can't.
Yeah. I can only
me?
move.
Grognar, you're doing the damage for him, aren't you?
No. I'm saying
can
like
only
he
move the
can
tentacle.
only
Oh,
move-
he can't. I am so sorry. As you can tell, I
Yeah,
was
he
distracted.
Move it or attack with it. He can't
Would,
do both.
would that be your turn?
Yes.
All right, Eustace, you're up.
I'm not liking this. I'm not liking my proximity to troll number 3.
Remember, he's on the roof. He's not in there with you.
I'm going to... Oh, whatever. I'm going to come out here. Yeah, move 15. I'm going to shoot troll 2 with a fireball. Bolt.
Get it.
So unfortunate that those two
Fucking
things
shit,
are so
guys. Give me a break.
similar in name.
How do you
I think I
kill
only
it?
hit for 5.
Oh, no, sorry, yeah. You only hit for 5. Fuck you. Would that be your turn?
5 plus 20.
Well, because
Hold on, right here.
you're rolling at advantage, and one of them wasn't a critical.
You nail it with this firebolt, and this creature's just opened up. All of its wounds that have been healing begin to reopen up, and you just see it bleeding in areas all over the place.
Yeah, I'm moving back inside and around the corner.
All right, Kane, you're up.
All right. Ain't First, I gotta do Constitution saving throw. 5. Another D6.
Absolutely.
3.
It feels like something squeezing your heart.
Don't like this.
Kalima.
Shakti Day.
Alema!
I'm going Green Flame Blade again. I think that'd be my best bet.
Hamam Shabai. Hamam Shabai.
Go up, Shabai, go up, Shabai.
No, I miss.
Unfortunately,
remember
yes. With that squeezing around your heart, it kind of makes you go, ugh, as you swing and don't make the purchase you're looking for. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, that's gonna be.
All right, my turn.
Is that supposed to be a wolf's head or no?
It is definitely not a wolf's head.
Okay.
Although it looks like it's wearing skin of some sort around the outsides. This creature is going to raise its one good hand and is going to do one attack at a time. He is going to slash first at Kane with a 17 to hit.
Hit.
For 14 slashing damage.
Okay, that's an.
Fuck.
So he comes down vertically, and then he's going to try to, like, dig into your stomach and rake you up next.
No reaction, Thalia?
I used my shield spell, remember?
That is a 10,
Oh, yeah.
which does not do it as you kind of parry it away. It then makes the choice if he wants to take out Thalia or he wants to take out Kane.
Thalia.
Zoe, sweetheart?
Meanwhile, Frog was just asking, saying, "Give me a break, guys. Give me a break."
Yeah, I know. He has no right to say that shit.
Zoe, sweetheart, who do I want to kill? Do I want to kill Thalia or Kane?
Kane.
I can't hear you.
Kane.
Kane it is.
Well, I don't know what this child hates me.
Oh my god.
How bad?
I missed.
God.
Okay.
Do that to me.
As the
I'm
troll...
pretty sure I said the next Constitution save and it'll get me, so.
As troll number... Oh my god. And I rolled for the roof. But as the troll makes its way in the roof, you hear... and actually falls through the roof right next to Eustace.
Oh, shit.
This troll is going to make 3 claw attacks at you, Eustace. 2 of them are going to hit you.
I'm gonna shield. 20
The
AC.
20 AC total now.
Yep.
The 24 still hits.
There you go. Outside.
As you take 16 slashing damage. Why do you have temporary AC?
Temporary what?
Oh, you have temporary HP.
Temporary
What's that from?
points.
My level 2 wizard ability.
Gotcha. Just checking. So 16 slashing rakes across your body into your robes. Fantastic. And that is going to be his turn. Taking us to Asher, who's outside.
I heard the troll crash through the roof.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't subtle at all.
I'm gonna move. Moving up here, and I'm gonna take some shots at Troll 2. 'Cause it's still got my hunter's mark, and if I can kill it fast enough, it won't kill my friends.
Correct.
24 to
killing.
hit.
Oh, yeah, dude. Just roll your other attack. Well, you know, just, yeah. It's how do you kill it? It's fucking gone. You obliterate this thing.
Yeah, he just pulls back on the bow and releases it, and it just goes right between the eyes and that hunter's mark energy. Like, there's just this green, like foresty green pulse as the arrow hits it in the head.
Absolutely. It actually splits the head open enough that it begins to just melt back into the ground right in
And
front of Kane.
flowers start to sprout.
Absolutely. Would that be your turn?
Do I still have my extra attack, or would it have taken both to kill it?
No, you still have your extra attack.
I still have. I was only
Yep.
15 feet of movement.
Yep. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. You're good to go.
I moved to here. Can I see the other troll in there with useless?
I'll give it a +2 to AC because it's kind of like a pin shot, you know, through the doorway diagonally.
Fuck it. I'm taking the shot.
Okay.
12.
Clips the door frame and flies off into the distance.
All right, that's my action. That's my turn. I'm just gonna yell to Kane and Thalia to get closer to me.
Okay.
and tell Eustace to get the fuck out of there.
All right, Grognar. By the way, this white dot represents where the doorway is.
Okay.
Passed.
Is that gonna
That will incur
cause opportunity?
that will give it an opportunity attack if you're aware.
Hmm? I'm still within 10 feet, I thought.
Yeah, but you got to pass through his attack bubble to get to where you're at.
I don't care.
All right, that's the kind of shit I like.
I'll cast
It
shield
doesn't matter.
preemptively.
All right, cool. You cast shield, and its hand gets reflected off of your invisible shield of mystical glass.
And then I'll cast Hex on it.
Okay.
Targeting its strength.
Okay.
And blast it 2 times with Eldritch Blast.
Get it. Oh, unfortunately, you
Wow.
put 2 holes in the wall of the building.
I'm using my DM inspiration. Fuck that. I'm blasting this thing.
All right, you hit it once for 13 force damage. Wow, actually,
And since it's 1 attack, damn. That's a shame.
all right. Would that be your turn?
So it took in total
Another 5, right?
13, 18 total. Yep.
Okay. Fantastic. Would that be all for you?
Yep.
Dillinger. No, sorry. Thalia.
I'm going to hold on. Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna move like here. Yeah, right there. And I'm gonna use my channel divinity, turn the tide.
Ooh, what does that do?
That just does a little healing.
Okay.
Each creature of my choice that can hear me within 30 feet of me regains hit points equal to 1d6 plus my charisma modifier.
Nice.
So that is 1d6 plus 1. Alright. Kane, and is anybody else hurt right now?
No.
Grog and Eustace.
Yeah, I got my 2
Eustace-
HP back.
He got it already. So yeah, Grog, and Kane, and me are gonna heal up for 4 HP. It's not much, but it's something.
Hey, it's better than 0. That's for damn sure.
I'm now at max health. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I knew you didn't hate me too much.
Oh yeah, you're right. Take that away.
That took a second. I'm like, what is it? Oh!
And I guess she's gonna move. Can I get there? Yeah, I can. Right there with the rest of my movement. And yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Dillinger, now you're up, buddy.
Can he
You know,
see
one's
the
in
troll
the
through
house.
hole in
Can I
the
see
roof?
the other troll?
No, he's inside the house.
Oh, so there is only one troll left then.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's only one troll
Okay.
left alive.
Okay, sorry, I was just trying to verify and all
And
that
he-
stuff with
He
everything
fell
going
through
on.
the roof inside to the house.
I guess if I fly up like another 10 feet, so I'm 20 feet up, can I see anything else like coming from the field or anything?
Is that going to be your action to use your perception to look around?
Yeah.
Sure. You fly up another 10, 15, 20 feet, and you peer around. You know what? Roll me a perception check.
Come on, Grog, don't screw me over now.
5.
Unfortunately, you don't see anything outside of the
Damn
ordinary.
it, Grog!
I'm
Alright,
sorry.
Would that be your turn?
bonus action, I guess, because I'm assuming the party will be able to clean up the last one. I'm just going to move the tentacle 30 feet towards the field,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
All right. Eustace.
All right, I'm going to can I oops. Can I slide here without taking the attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Sorry, Frog, I
Cool.
didn't mean to answer for you.
No, you're good. I don't mind the help.
God, I could get away easily, but I would use a spell slot. So what time of day is it right now?
Disengage action.
It is around the noonish time frame.
Hey, I have a disengage as a mage.
Yeah, everybody has disengage. You can use that as
Yeah.
your action. So instead of doing something like damage, you can disengage and not take an attack of opportunity.
It just uses your action to do it.
Yeah.
Rogues get to do it as a bonus action.
And goblins.
Hold on, so uses and then Kane only
One minute
goes.
to them.
Yeah, I'm going to see you guys.
Peace. All right, would that be your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Kane, you're up.
Kane is gonna get where Asher, right up here next to Asher.
Kane, did you heal your 4?
Oh, yeah, I did. I was
Okay.
at 6.
Constitution
Okay.
saving throw, please, Kane.
19.
Sweet. All right. You feel that squeezing on your heart, but it doesn't seem to rehabilitate you this turn.
Okay. He's gonna draw the heavy crossbow and try to fire it through the door
Okay.
after moving his hex to it, which is a bonus action. All right. Fire.
First,
13.
the first bolt nails into the door frame.
Fire again.
The second
17.
bolt just skims over his shoulder and hits him for a mere
Okay.
3 piercing.
And 1d6 psychic damage. Or necrotic. No, it's necrotic.
So
Yeah,
7 in total?
7 total.
Beautiful. Would that be your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. Troll doing troll things right now. Just a moment. All right. As this troll looks at the situation, so what negatives do I have with Hex?
Strength.
It has disadvantage on strength ability checks.
Ain't that about a bitch? Who do I attack? Thalia or Grognar? Grognar? Okay.
Good answer.
As this troll bashes through walls and furniture and just crashes around looking at the green skin, he raises his claws in the sky and makes 3 claw attacks. 2 will hit. Actually, hold on. What's your AC?
24.
Get the flying holy fuck out of here. Is that with or without shield?
With shield.
I rolled a 24 on one of them, so the 18's not going to hit, but the 24 will.
The 18 wouldn't even hit without shield.
Nasty. So basically, the glass, the mystical glass, it shatters, but his hand doesn't touch you, but you see his claws begin to grow and eventually dig into you.
Ow.
10 slashing. I don't know if I said that. I'm sorry. That takes us to Asher.
You know what? I'm gonna use my fighting style to reduce that damage.
All right, roll it.
Un momento, por favor.
Roll a 10.
Nice. So you only take 3 slashing damage in total. I always
I'm
felt
only-
damage prevention is so much better than healing.
It's
Facts.
pretty good,
All right, guys.
and it scales. Because I'm noticing that a lot of my paladin stuff is gonna stop scaling and stop being as useful, but that's gonna keep growing as I keep leveling. So
Asher, you're up, buddy.
I'm gonna look over at Kane and see he's really fucked up and say, "I got you, buddy. The Wild Mother's with us," and I'm gonna touch him and cast a level 2 Cure Wounds into him.
Nice, 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 nice.
Thank you, Wild Mother.
You take
Wild
13 points of healing.
Sexy.
You take 13 points of healing.
Goddamn right.
Hey, dude.
You touched me good.
I touched my battle buddies in the right places.
Yes, 11-year-old listening.
Shit, I forgot.
Would that,
That's my mom being too dirty. I'm just being dirty enough.
would that be your turn there, Ash?
For my bonus action, I'm going to move Hunter's Mark onto the troll that's still alive.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. All right.
And any movement I have, I'm just going to put myself in front of Kane and the troll.
Okay. Groggy, you're up.
I'm pulling an Anaconda. Drop my shield, dual wield my long sword, and take 2 strikes at it.
Get it. The 14 doesn't quite do it, but the 24 absolutely sinks in for, what is
And
that?
then?
12 plus 2 is 14 damage. The blade gets pushed out of its body. You feel it just like the body's naturally rejecting your blade.
Alrighty. I do believe that is my turn.
All right, Thalia. Take us home, Thalia. Take us home.
Yeah, longsword in it.
Get it. Oh, that's a hit for 8 slashing.
Alright, last spell slot.
Smite.
Might.
Boom.
Damage.
Thalia.
So what is that? 8 plus
20.
12 now. Okay.
Thalia. How exactly do you kill this creature?
So Thalia is exasperated. You know, she's tired. She's been hit a lot. Hurts real bad. But she's gonna drive her sword directly in, throwing all of her weight into it, almost falling over. And then she's just gonna close her eyes and tense, and then there's just gonna be that flash of white light inside of the creature.
Yep.
And then it's just gonna dissipate around the sword, and then she's gonna go down to one knee.
As you go to one knee, the creature begins to bubble as if it's boiling from the inside, and you start to see the skin go, and it just starts to melt in the floor. The floorboards of this location right in front of you begin to sizzle, kind of like alien blood in a way, and it begins to sizzle the floor and eventually fall through onto the earth.
Okay. Are we still gonna be in initiative
Why do you ask?
right now? So the very next thing I want to do is use my second wind to try and heal up.
You got it. It's still your turn.
No, it has to be on an action, so it'd be next time I come around in turn order.
That's perfectly fine. Combat, as far as I'm concerned, in this moment is over. So
Okay.
you're welcome to second wind.
Okay, then we'll do that.
In that case, I'm going to walk up to Thalia too and touch her and cast first level Cure Wounds onto her and just say the Wild Mother's got you. And you feel this warmth course through you.
Alright, cool. Thank you, Asher.
For 7 points of healing.
6 plus 7 is 13.
Grognar is looking to cast Cure Wounds on you as well, Thalia.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then plus another 7. Thank you, Grog.
14 total from me.
14 total? Holy shit.
Yep. I rolled a 7 and a 5 plus 2.
Cool. That brings me up quite a bit.
And I think the end of this combat would represent a good place to curtain call for this evening, gentlemen, as we are now out of time. Didn't quite get to where I was hoping to tonight, but hey, this works too. You can always wait for 2 weeks. 2 weeks till our next session, guys. Please be advised and remember that. I hope you enjoyed tonight's festivities. Please place your tokens on the proper placemat.
Would you like to unlock Dillinger for me?
I can absolutely do that for you. Where did I put it?
Thank you.
Smexy, guys. Absolutely smexy.
Just drop this mini on the floor.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
I got it.
Yeet.
All right, guys. Let me kill the stream. We can do our after action reporting, and we'll go from there. Everyone who's watching, thank you so much. 2 weeks from now.